Now got me up, low. Afternoon vibes, feeling alive. G Money and the crew, ready to jive. Music from yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Entertainment news and laughs to follow. Tune in at 4, don't be late. Best in music will set the day. Afternoon drive on BTN. Join the fun with your friends. Cruising down the radio lane. Laughter and joy, nothing's mundane. The crew brings the latest scoop. G Money's charm, a real hoop. Tune in at 4, don't be late. Best in music will set the day. Afternoon drive on BTN. Join the fun with your friends. Let the music flow, let the good times roll. Afternoon drive is good for the soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tune in at 4, don't be late. Best in music will set the day. Afternoon drive on BTN. Join the fun.
I remember back in the days, the synthesizers, Casios, and everything was like the big thing. When this song came out, people started getting all those Casio keyboards with the samplers to it and everything,
Yeah.
just so they could get themselves in hand, get their hands in music.
Yeah. Get them 66 keys,
Hmm
645 buttons. I had one. I mean, had I known we was wearing t-shirts today, I would wear my shirt today.
Nah,
Fresh
you
crew.
feel like you are. You could be different. You could be different. It's all good. I mean, it's like 80 some degrees outside, so
It
like,
is.
it makes sense. I mean, I'm not gonna wear no mini skirts.
I don't
No
have on a
more.
mini skirt. Oh,
Oh, really? Is that what we doing now? Oh, okay, I got you.
okay, now I don't even have on a mini skirt. It goes down below my thighs.
you're talking to a guy. As far as I'm concerned,
And it's not many. All my parts are covered.
yeah, but it's still a miniskirt.
It is not. It's a full dress, actually.
In your eyes, it's a full dress. In a guy's eyes, that's a miniskirt.
Whatever, dude.
You can say whatever you want. You know,
Well, hearing the sun that needs to be heard.
see, a skirt is something like it's on a trench. It's like it's all the way down to your ankles. That's a skirt.
That is.
That's a dress.
Okay, sorry. It's a dress. That's right.
Lord.
Exactly. That
You
is
should
a-
know.
Ooh, twice.
That's
Twice.
2 times
That's
in
2
less
times.
than 5 minutes.
Now you know what happens when you do it. You do it like that, right?
Woo.
You know exactly. What are you doing?
Pulling my dress down.
You go woo, and it gets up and somewhere.
No, I was pulling my dress down.
Oh, your dress down. Is that what it is? Your skirt down.
I pulled my dress down.
Skirt ain't going that far down.
It did. Mind your business.
Is it or is it not above your kneecap?
It's above.
Miniskirt.
You stupid. I'm trying to think.
Would you have to think about whether or not it was above your
No,
kneecap?
I'm trying to think. Do I have any below my knees? I have dresses.
Dresses go to the ankles. Like
And what
sundresses
prairie
and stuff like
lane?
that.
First of all, I'm 5'3", so most dresses go to my ankles anyway.
Well, this one ain't. We can scratch that
Shit.
out.
I just happened to find a few that didn't.
Rash.
Doug E. Okay, get your cardboards out. Kangos and shell toes.
This is going like 1986 and 85.
Well, he said the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
82.
82. Okay. I remember we used to have these in block parties up in New York City. This song was always at a block party.
How old were you in 82?
I don't know. I can't think that far. You know I'm slow.
Oh, my.
Would you ask him?
How old was he in 82?
Well, ask,
He was
ask
10.
Greg.
He was 10.
Of course.
That could have been the easiest one you figure. You knew he was born in 72.
Yeah.
Add
My
10 years to you,
God.
dumbass.
Yeah.
How old are you, G?
Same.
I didn't know you guys were born in the same year.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was 6.
He's older than I am, though.
By months.
A few months.
You heard me say right, like by months,
I'm also more mature, so it adds up.
by years.
By decades.
Oh, shit.
You know,
You gonna let him talk to you like that?
I'm not worried about it. 'Cause that means-
He's not mature enough to figure it out.
oppose it, right?
Yeah.
And we're not going to talk about his brain in the next 5 years. Concerning the fact that
Good
that-
point. Good
You know
point.
what I'm saying?
You might finally catch
I
up.
might catch up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, this would be A2 because that's when they were using the electronic.
Yeah, the electric boogaloo.
Yep.
Let's go.
Don't stop talking.
We used to have all kind of dance routines and step routines to this song, and my grandmother used to
Well, I wasn't
run
doing
the
no step
step team and the drill team.
I wasn't doing no steps.
So we were doing drill
But the
teams.
girls used
and
to love
stuff.
doing that stuff
Yeah.
though. Between that and
Double Dutch. I'm a double Dutch girl.
You look like one.
I can still double Dutch.
When was the last time you double dutch?
Like about it last year, actually.
Did you bust your ass?
Nah.
Who'd you do it with?
It's me and like 3 other women.
Women or little girls?
Women and little girls.
Because you know what happens when you see a bunch of girls doing it and everything, like, oh, I could do that, I could do that. And then you jump up in there and you bust your ass.
No,
That's
not
what
me.
I heard you.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I'm proud
I'll have
of
to
you.
show you.
I'm proud.
I'm super athletic.
I believe you.
I'm very athletic.
I stopped being athletic a long time ago.
You start doing what?
He said he stopped being athletic a long time ago.
Okay.
What is it? Something you know that I don't know?
No, I just said okay.
Okay.
Athletic is never the name I would say
Associate with
you.
Charlie?
Yeah. But that's not saying you're not. I'm just saying it's never been the word I would.
Come on,
You know.
man. We supposed to ride together. Die
No, I'm
together.
just saying
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm athletic.
it's nothing.
So
It's
it be
nothing
what it be.
against you. It's just not something I would like. I've never seen you with a basketball in your hand. I've never seen you.
Oh, you're
throw,
associated with sports like that.
I've never seen
okay,
you
I got
throw
you.
a football. I've never seen you do anything
That would scream athletic.
athlete. I'm not saying you're not you can't or you're not somewhat physically fit. I'm just saying if we're talking like
So it sounds like we need to have a group outing.
No, it doesn't. Just because I ain't seen it don't mean I want to see it.
Exactly. You were wearing skirts?
Yeah.
Nah, we can all go bowling or some shit.
Bowling, I don't consider bowling an athletic
I don't
sport.
consider that an athletic sport either.
All right.
All right,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
good.
was it?
We're good to come on. Maybe not.
Right, because I
what
got
was
like
you talking
2
about?
more minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna cut the song short, and I'm about to do that now. Welcome to the week. It is Afternoon Drive. It's your boy G Money.
It's your lady, Miss Peaches.
And it's your boy, Mr. Charlie.
Welcome, y'all. Today is a very special show
Fun
for
day,
us
Monday.
today.
Special people.
Yeah, okay. What we're doing today, man, is over the weekend I was just watching television and I was watching some of the video. I was flipping through the channels. Obviously, I don't have cable. I can't afford it. But I have different cable channels, and one of those cable channels is like MTV. And I remember like MTV raps and stuff like that. And I remember how I used to come home and just couldn't wait for MTV raps to come on. And it's just this was back in the day when MTV used to play
music.
Now it's more reality shows than anything else, but they used to play music. And so I went after that, and I had that memory in my head. I went back and I started, hitting YouTube up for some old hip hop, old school music. And I remembered how, certain things you'll get and you'll remember how you felt when that song came
Nostalgia.
on. Right. Like I remember in high school how I felt when I saw the I'm Bad video come out.
Oh,
with the LL video. I remember how I felt when I remembered I used to come home, rush home from school because I knew because it was a new video that they was going to play it almost every show. So I knew I was going to get a chance to see it. Stuff like that. Like there's just certain songs, certain artists that kind of, were my upbringing, was the pioneers of hip hop.
Well, while you were talking about that before we even started the show and everything, I was doing the exact same thing. I was thinking about the past and whatnot when it was back in New York and everything, and when we was hearing all these songs when MTV was actually the white station, and then eventually BET came in. That was a black station, even though it was owned by a white man. But that's a whole nother story. But regardless of the point and everything, when you think about all that stuff and you think about
tell home. First of all, BT was initially owned by a black person.
It initially was.
Yeah, and then a white person
and then
took it. Yeah, well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, as a thank you for
and then when the black man tried to get it again, they fucked.
They
messed up. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So thinking about all that in the past, I'm sitting there like, you know what? What were you doing during that time? Were you doing some good stuff? Were you doing some questionable stuff? I remember all that back in the days. And honestly,
first of all, that's my business. What the fuck I was doing?
I was innocent.
Were you acting like a cop in this bitch?
I was.
No, but believe it or not, when I was growing up, people used to say to me, "You look like a cop." I'm freaking 17, 16, 18 years old and everything, and they think I'm a cop. I'm like, I don't know why.
I mean, nothing like manifestation.
Negative, grasshopper. Negative.
So basically, what you're saying is, growing up, you was a snitch.
Oh shit.
Oh, that was foul, dude.
I'm just saying. You said your people thought you was a narc.
Damn.
They thought you was a snitch.
Nah, they didn't think I was a snitch, but I just looked like a cop.
You probably because you didn't have your head to the side like an asshole.
Is that what we're doing right now?
No, I'm just saying we're trying to figure out
every episode,
and yet you still have your head turned to the side.
You ain't my mama.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Ow.
Don't say it.
My mama dead.
Ow. He tried to cut the mic. No,
but no, your point is right. Your point is right.
I was a kid. I was very in the 80s. I was young, so I was innocent.
Like most of us, well, pretty much all of us, were around at the beginning of hip hop. It's argued how many years it's been, but it's been roughly between 50 and 55 years since the beginning of hip hop.
I'm gonna say the Rapping Duke started it off for us all.
Damn, we old.
It's pre-Rapping Duke. I don't want to give him that much credit because some people,
that song was a fluke.
But it is something that this generation has kind of we take pride to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
remember when we were growing up, we used to tell everybody, "Yo, you old, you old, you old." Not what they saying about us.
We old.
See, I've never said that. I grew up with old people, so.
Yeah. No. You know what? I saw a thing the other day that kind of broke down like the year with like the youngins, the YNs, the unks, and the OGs. Yeah. And I honestly thought we were in that age group that were the unks. But no, we are OGs now.
We OGs. Yep.
Yeah, we're OGs now. So I mean, it's okay.
I'm definitely in the auntie category.
It's. I mean, a little bit. I think it's different for females. I don't know.
Well, no, we aunties.
Yeah, but I know with me, OG
auntie.
Probably. Shit.
I'm because days like this, because days that I can sit back and I can celebrate old school hip hop and stuff like that. I relish in being an OG.
Yeah,
I appreciate having that upbringing.
When you're an OG is when you have younger generation kids and so forth are coming at you and they're asking advice and talking to you and appreciating you, especially when they decide to hold your hand and walk you across the street. But hey, we're not going to do this. But hey, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. That's some sort of disability. That's not an OG. But yeah, I mean, up until you said that part, I was with you 100% on that. But it's you. I think I'm starting to feel a badge of honor, being considered an OG. Because shit, a lot of people I knew, I grew up with, didn't even make it.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing. Like there are a lot of people that didn't make it past 40. That I know. And,
so
a lot of people didn't get past 26, 25.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know
especially in our generation, because we grew up in the Reagan years.
Yes, we did.
You know what I mean?
So you're saying Reagan is what caused everything?
Reaganomics.
No, I'm just saying Reaganomics, the introduction of crack cocaine, all that stuff. We are lucky to be here right now.
Well,
yes,
they say statistically speaking, a black man usually in the urban communities would not go past 24, 25 years old.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I know when I made it to 18, I was happy.
Right. You were lucky, not happy.
No,
Lucky.
I wasn't lucky because I wasn't doing shit really wrong to get in that. But I was happy because a lot of people we knew did not make it that long.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're
digress.
talking music right now, which is a great segue because a lot of our music centered around what was going on during the time.
Society.
Oh, yeah.
It was centered around society, centered around everything that we had going on. So,
Yeah, and everything like rap back in the day, wasn't about flashing your money, about your materials. It was all about
party.
a message and a party and
Big
kicking
medallion
it
from
and
Africa.
yeah, boom
Yeah.
bada, big gold chains, lion head medallions,
Bamboo earrings. You got yours today, G?
Oh,
My
I left
bamboo
my
earrings?
bamboos at home.
Nah, I left them.
But it was all about Kangos and shell toes. So yeah.
I remember my first Kango. I was mad because it wasn't like the Kango LL had. It wasn't like
It ain't had that beam
yeah,
on top.
it didn't have it. And I knew
I knew exactly what you meant when you
yeah,
said it.
I was upset. I felt like, I can't wear this. It's not a Kango. This is first of all, I knew how to spell Kango.
Right.
And that had an L on the end. I'm like, wait a minute. This ain't right. So, I thought I was wrong, but come to find out. And it's just certain, and we're gonna talk about that later on in the show, certain things that culturally wise
that
like
we couldn't get away with.
Well, no, just not that culturally wise things that our generation has brought that some might say.
Leather.
I said later on. Some might say, might be coming back. Who knows?
No, they came back, and then they came back like full force, like beating people over the head. Came back.
What the hell?
Like New Balances.
Oh, Adidas.
Champion. Like those used to be the cheapy things for us growing up in the day.
It was. I'm waiting for them to pull out the Velcro
I'm
laces.
waiting for the lugs to come back.
Well, while we waiting for these things to come back, let me hit y'all with our I Choose Love segment, y'all. Here we go. Reap with us.
I just gotta say, you do know adults can draw, right? Like we can use crayons and we can use coloring pencils and all that. There's professionals that draw. They draw with chalk that you can do on the sidewalk. Yep, there's sidewalk art, sure is. And there's Lego competitions. Yeah, and there's conferences and events that we could dress up as characters from movies. We could do that. As adults, we tend to think that we can't play no more. Like that's enough. That we no, I'm an adult. I can't color and draw. Of course you can. So you know what? I'm challenging you. This week. We're going to have the Tap Into Your Childhood challenge. Yeah, Tap Into Your Childhood challenge. I like that. Yeah, we're going to do that. So you're going to find coloring books. You're going to find a TV show you like. Whatever it is, you want to sing out loud, you want to act out something, you do it. Because adulting is just hard. Let's just say it. Adulting is hard, and we got a lot of stuff to do, and we get in ruts, and we get depressed, and one way to get out of that is to change it up. So, if you got some artwork, or you got some Legos or something you're messing with, you got some figure.
All right, y'all. So,
Shout out to the Reaper.
shout out to Reaper the Storyteller.
Man.
I promise you, I usually don't listen
believe
to his videos prior to me putting it on here.
I believe you had this all planned out.
I think you texted
You are
him.
you are the CEO of Big Time
Yeah,
Radio Network. You got everything scheduled and planned.
This
Don't tell me
him
otherwise.
This is a happy surprise.
him doing that was not planned, but it fits so perfectly in what we're doing today. And it does. It really does. So we gonna talk about some stuff growing up. Like I said, this is about hip hop today. But we got some hip hop stuff that happened during the time period that we were going to discuss. I know one thing. Ms. Peaches said earlier, the thing of the difference between the music today and the music back in the day. And I'm not shitting on the music today. I mean,
They could sing back
it's
then.
obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious that I'm not a huge fan of the music today, but I respect it, and that's where the difference comes. I respect
Right.
it because I don't ever want to be the type of person like them young fellas. The music, I don't want to be that because I
Right.
know how that made me feel growing up.
Same.
That my parents or grandparents might not have felt the way I felt about hip hop.
Well, they did.
Right, because all
They
you
did
can
not.
hear is turn that shit off.
Yeah, so
Turn that
I don't
shit
ever
down.
want
Go
to do that.
outside.
But she did mention, Peaches did mention how, back in the day, it was more uplifting. Some of the music, not all of it. Some of the
Right.
music was more uplifting. Some of the music, it was all about partying and it was all about a message. So speaking of which, let's hit y'all with the message. This
Ow.
is
Message.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. The message, y'all. All new afternoon drive.
All new.
Celebrating old school hip hop.
Just said that.
I don't know what happened to that. His thing.
Yeah, that was dope, but that
It
was
won't be a
right on
couple seconds
time.
left.
Yep.
Oh, that's my song.
Sound like Pac-Man. Nope, Mario.
Oh, that too.
Make me wonder how I keep from going. It's like a time to me wonder how I keep from going. Listen on the just don't care.
Got no choice. You all right?
I'm trying to figure out my life.
Oh shit.
To the edge, I'm trying not to lose. Uh-huh.
Hanging out the window. Used to be a faggot.
I'm mad that you're using your screen as a mirror.
You mad what?
She's
You
using the
talking to
screen.
me?
She's using her.
I'm trying to figure out why she's doing her hair while we live on air.
I'm
That's why I'm
not
saying
doing
that.
it. I mean, it was
using
bothering
the
me. It was
screen
sticking out
on her phone as a camera
to read
while she's
as a mirror.
as a mirror.
I actually, honestly, wasn't. But now that you said something, I looked up. It's a lot faster because I wasn't.
Wow. Mm-mm-mm.
It's just the fact that I seen the hair sticking out, and it was distracting.
Wait.
So,
How was it distracting? You can't see yourself.
I can.
You can now, but you couldn't see yourself before. How was it
No, but I
distracting?
could see it when I looked at myself. I could see.
I hate to
it.
admit this, but I kind of got to agree with Mr. Charlie on this one.
Okay, it's done.
Oh my god.
Up, somebody on live singing the lyrics with us.
So they typing at the same time?
Basically, see it?
Boy, that's a lot of typing. Well, not really on this song, to be honest.
Right. She probably just spoke it in her microphone. It ain't that difficult.
You know what? I'm old.
Clearly.
I don't know that stuff. I'm not technologically sound like talking about, so I'm working on it. I'm still living in the 80s.
Good for
You
you.
didn't even know how fucking old you were in the 80s.
That's true. That's very true.
Teachers and jerks.
Some motherfuckers up here want to be a mathematician and shit.
Nigga, if you can't add 10
To your year.
yeah, then you got a problem.
Being slow is not
Yeah.
it.
But we forgot he's more mature than me.
True. And educated too, obviously.
Why don't you get your master's then? I rest my case.
Can't afford it.
Exactly. You urban just like I am.
What are you looking at, G?
What are you looking at?
Huh?
No, he's like down in here, like
I'm looking on my phone.
he was whatever it was. He was deep in it.
No, I was ignoring him.
Oh,
He's trying to ignore
Yeah, I was trying to ignore him.
Oh shoot! She said nope. She typed it.
Unto the way of mankind. Because only God knows what you've been through.
all these songs were playing at block parties and
Yep.
Halloween block parties.
But they
and
was
stuff.
telling a real life story,
They were.
and we all danced off a real life story. Like for instance, was it Back to Life?
Back to life.
Right. Did you
Okay.
know she wrote that song after a near death experience?
So was she
So
she-
it was really supposed to be therapeutic. She was dying. She was in a medically induced coma. And then the song, she said the song came to her while she was knocked out. And then she basically was like telling God, I'll serve you however you want me to serve you because I'm back. So this whatever my life now belongs to you. So whatever you call me to do, I'll do. And she wrote that song and it turned into like the world's greatest dance song, but it's telling her real life back to life story.
That actually makes sense. And I know y'all gonna be funny about it. Is she still alive?
Yeah.
Is she still into the church?
Yeah.
Okay. More power to her. It must have done something for her. It sounds like to me that she was living a life that wasn't all that great.
Why did you think we was gonna find funny about that?
No, not even
Because
that. No.
I don't stay true
She
to
didn't,
stories and stuff like that.
Right.
on a lot
But
of
she
people.
didn't
That's
have, she wasn't like out there fast in the world or nothing. She just, one day she collapsed.
why. Okay.
So she could have had an aneurysm.
Well, if she had an aneurysm, I would assume that she didn't make it.
No, because not everybody passes away from having an aneurysm.
Mine did.
Oh, okay.
She did.
Sorry to hear that. However,
And she's probably right here looking at me too. Boy, what
smacking
are
you
doing?
upside your
Yeah,
head.
smack me, virtually, ghostly smacking me across my head. Like, what the hell are you saying?
Oh my goodness.
Don't worry about it. She's with your mom too.
Mm-mm.
Your mom right here looking at you too. And looking at me like, why is he still with you?
Like, how y'all become friends?
All right, y'all. We are back. Once again, that was the message. Grandmaster Flash and the
Message.
Furious 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So one of the things I wanted to do today, since we have everybody that's in here,
Old.
I got my crew in here that you
Gen
know
X crew.
that have belonged to this generation we're talking about. Is I'm gonna throw in a few things that were created, well, not even created, but through a few things that we used to do back in the day,
Okay.
and just to see if y'all was part of that, or if
So
y'all
we having a
if
reminisce
y'all
party.
repped it. Well, no, not maybe not. I'd also said something earlier on one of these posts about brush off your name belts and your and your shell toe
toes.
Adidas. I'm gonna ask you, Mr. Charlie, did you own any shell toe?
No, I did not.
Yeah, somehow that doesn't
couldn't
surprise it. Jesus.
I live in the projects, dude.
I did too.
I live in the projects.
I still had shell
We had
toes.
cement, brick walls, and whatnot and everything.
So
We were
did I.
happy to have a shelter with that hot ass radiator when the summertime comes. Or sorry, in the wintertime comes. It'd be so hot, it'd be like 102 degrees inside the fucking house, and you couldn't do anything with it.
Mm.
You had to open up the windows, which was like 20 below outside, and it still didn't do anything because the radiators was so hot.
So all right, I'll accept that because you're basically saying that it was a financial reason why you
Correct.
didn't uh rocked the shell toe Adidas. I know I had a few, especially when Run DMC came out. I got me some Run DMC shell toes, and they were like the black, red, and white shell toe Adidas.
I had Fadidas. That's what I had. Fadidas, the fake ones. The one from China, but no one knew it was from China until nowadays we realized.
They knew. So how about a name belt? Did you have a name belt?
No, I did not have a name belt.
You know what? I'm gonna
I
stop
got-
asking you
I
questions.
don't even think I wore belts back then.
I had the name belt that you could program different sayings into.
Oh, see, that was later on in life.
Wait, no,
Yeah,
no,
that's
that
you.
doesn't
You had a
sound right.
technical. You
I
had
had
a
one of
neon
those.
name belt.
It wasn't like it wasn't
Press the
neon.
button and everything. And
Yeah,
change
like
color.
one would like I can get it to
Futuristic
say
Alexa
whatever I
app.
wanted to say, like 8 letters or less.
And it lit up.
Yeah.
Oh, you fancy.
Yeah.
And then I had the name belt with my initials on it. They were rhinestoned with.
Now that was popular. Rhinestone
with the
initials.
big initial.
Yeah,
I
that
had
I
one of
remember. I
those.
don't remember the light up Alexa type
Shit.
belts or whatever.
Is it Alexa type?
Shit.
That's some new stuff to me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no, I remember it. It's just I think that was later on down the line.
Later in the 90s.
Yeah, later in the 90s type situation.
The most that was electrical, well, not electrical. The most that I knew that was digital back then was the Casio watches
Oh yeah.
with the calculators to it. That was the
Yeah.
Yeah,
most.
the Casio.
And you could
calculator,
barely barely see the freaking keyboard.
Right. And
You're
numbers
pressing
press. Yeah.
Yeah, one letter, one number is pressing all the other numbers on the keyboard.
Yeah. And then they got fancy and had the nerve to want to have some memory and collect like phone numbers and dumb shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work out very well.
It did not.
Of course, I wouldn't mind having
It was
one now,
like
though.
5 phone numbers.
You do. It's
after
called a
that.
phone.
Listen,
Think
don't-
about it.
don't-
It's called a phone.
Yeah, that's just the granddaddy of the
Yeah.
phone.
You know the phones were inspired by Star Trek. If those don't know,
Oh, cell phones.
cell phones. And
Yeah,
everything.
they
so
were.
and I love Star Trek back in the days. So I guess whoever looked at Star Trek was like, you know what, this is a good idea. Let's make a phone. And now today, everyone basically has a phone.
Yeah.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Mhm.
I can accept that. Something else that was always a big thing, and you knew when you saw this, a party was about to happen. Boom boxes.
Oh, yeah,
my
people
God.
used to walk
Yeah.
down the street on their
D
shoulders and everything.
batteries for
Yeah.
days.
You would have to literally invest in D batteries because I know the one my
Oh,
brother had
man.
took 8 D
8
batteries.
D
But you know what? They were not that
batteries.
expensive compared to what it is.
But you had to buy them D
But
batteries
yeah,
once a
yeah,
week,
yeah, yeah.
because they would go
Once a
through.
week, man,
Yeah,
it'd be like 2 days.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, yeah.
we only went out on the weekend, so
And those boxes were so big. Like,
Yes, they were.
yo, when you think about, we got these little Bluetooth speakers right now. and
Yeah.
whatnot,
Yeah.
And they had these big,
Like Radio
gigantic
Raheem's box was.
tape. Like, so well, when they got to the dual tapes, that was a whole nother thing.
Yes.
But the single tape, AM, FM, single tape, and these big speakers on his box that weighed more than fucking 50 pounds or whatnot. You're carrying it on a shoulder and everything. Like, well, Dad, I know you get a workout just by carrying that down the street.
Oh yeah.
And it'd be loud as hell. Everybody heard everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody heard.
That was the beauty of back in the day like that.
Matter of
because-
fact, if y'all looked at Do the Right Thing, they didn't do the
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
thing in that movie. And that was the same thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what Spike Lee.
Sitting on the stoop with your boombox.
Yep. That was the days, man. Fun days.
I mean,
Doing
I never had
hair.
one though.
you never had one again because you couldn't afford it, right?
Sitting on the steps doing
Nah,
hair.
I probably took it from somebody, but that's another story.
Oh my.
Nigga, first of all,
We not.
ain't nobody gonna fall for you. You.
They got got.
Ain't no G in there.
ain't nothing says to me that
That Charlie
Mr.
was out
Charlie
here
New York
catting
lifestyle was out here
The beginnings
BMXing
of
out
the
here.
Bad
Yeah,
boy
yeah, yeah.
syndrome.
You ain't
yeah,
gigging,
no,
folks.
yeah.
Well, I knew
No
a lot of the
offense.
celebrities from back that are here today. I'm gonna say their names, but I knew a lot of the celebrities back then. So yeah.
What that got to do with you robbing people?
I just-
I
I don't want to say it out loud because those celebrities today, rappers and whatnot, they used to rob people. They used
I
to
mean,
do
a
the
lot
stuff
of
they was
people
like-
used to rob. I mean,
Right.
I'm not.
And then there's
Hold
some
on.
fakes.
First of all, let me say this. Let me say this publicly and clearly. I am not saying that you did not do illegal shit growing up. I am not saying that.
Oh yeah,
I know you
I stole
well enough
candy.
to know. Okay.
That ain't
I know you well enough to
I
know
stole some
that
Kit Kats.
that that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you said talking about you want people to believe you was in this bitch
Out here ganking. Folks.
Yeah, out here robbing. I can't see, and I could be wrong. I was
doing the exact same thing that you were doing back in the day.
I doubt that.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I doubt that.
Keep that up. Keep that PG-13.
No, because I'm not. I doubt that. I mean, literally, I did not get into any type of illegal activity. Not saying that I got into illegal activities, but I guess I am saying that I did not get into trouble. I never really got into trouble.
I never got in trouble either.
until later on in life. Like I'm telling everybody, I was too scared of my mother to get myself in trouble. Like I never got into trouble until I got out of the house and was grown, and hung around. I ain't gonna say the wrong people, but hung around some people that got me interested in
stuff.
Yeah, and interested in making money and shit like that.
That's the best way to put that stuff.
That's. I never was that type of person growing up. Which and I grew up in urban inner city. I mean, I grew up in a house, but it was in a urban neighborhood, I would say. Yeah. Like in other words, I wouldn't go where I grew up. I wouldn't go there now.
So you were in the burbs?
No.
He was
in
the ghetto.
Because you don't know if you were in an urban spot.
No. I was in. Well, you got to realize this was the 70s. I wasn't in the projects,
right?
But I was in.
It was considered the ghetto or the
projects.
Yeah,
I was in an area that right now I probably wouldn't go to.
Well, that's now because times have changed.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But back then, I didn't think it was a big deal.
So the suburbs turned to the slums.
It wasn't the suburbs. It was houses, but it wasn't the suburbs. And then it's funny, and this is funny that I'm bringing this up. But like I've seen my cousin sent me a picture a couple months ago of my old house that I used to live in when I was growing up, because he was showing his daughter or his kids
what it looked like,
the area that he used to grow up, which was ironic because he didn't grow up there. I don't know why the fuck he took a picture of my house. But he, I guess he was trying to
look good.
I guess he was trying to teach him a lesson.
Right.
Yeah. So he sent me a picture of the house, and this is a house, like I said, I grew up from the age of 2 to probably 13, and growing up, I didn't realize it was such a small house. I mean, I had my own room. Me and my brother had our own room. My mom had her room, and in thinking back, that was pretty much it of the house.
So I was thinking about this a while ago and everything, and it's funny that you said that, right? We, of course, were like young, right. And of course, we were like really, really short compared to what we are now, because we're both over 6 feet.
Right.
The thing is, though, is that everything is going to look gigantic. You could run down a hallway, and it seems like it takes you forever to get from one side to the other hallway.
Right, 3 steps.
But now, for us, it's like 2 steps, 3 steps. You know what I'm saying? Just to get from one side to another.
I mean, that's not completely true for me because it takes me longer now. But I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Again,
I got bad knees and all. But yeah, no. But I felt that. I felt what you're trying to say. Back in the day, shit that we were doing. We were kids, so it looked, and then one of the other things was funny. This really had nothing to do with hip hop, so maybe we need to change the whole scenario of the show to talking about memories. What was so funny is that when you were a certain age, there was always kids. There was always some of your friends. You had older friends.
Yep.
Yes.
So like if you were 10, you had like a 15-year-old friend or something like that.
Right.
And growing up, you thought they were so older than you. You thought, it was just such a difference. But now if you see a 15-year-old, you're like, that's still a kid.
Yeah,
but back in the day, you didn't think that was a kid. You thought that was Andre.
But the attitude back then was completely different.
Right. And now if you were to see a 10-year-old kid with a 15-year-old kid, you got to start asking questions like, is that your cousin, your nephew?
No, you got to start asking a question of whether or not they're sane.
Yeah, you got to start wondering if they go shoot you or rob you.
Yeah, that part
may not
too.
have the mental capacity as that 10-year-old might have more than him or her.
True.
So, but I mean, it was just the thing. That was another thing back in the day. People united. People stuck together a lot. You would see a 10-year-old hanging out with a 12-year-old and stuff like that, because we all kind of played together. It was like a unity type thing. So I'm gonna hit y'all with a couple tracks from some of my old school hip hop pioneers, some of my old school hip hop heroes. They got together and did a track with other people. So here we can start y'all off with, in my opinion, the originator of the collab. This is the Symphony, the all new Afternoon Drive, y'all. Bum 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 bum.
Mm-mm-mm.
Bum 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 bum.
Eh, 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 eh,
Bum bum
eh.
bum. Bum 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 bum. Your defense is undivided. Many in the past have tried to do what I did. I'm gonna come off stronger as longer. I got a whole lot to give, so I'm gonna give a little at a time. I'm the man in charge, and I'm memorizing made a goal. Once you hear the capital A, rapper stay. It won't go away.
You got Amadeus.
The song?
Mm-hmm.
I don't consider that a rap song.
You got Slick Rick?
Rock Me Amadeus.
I know what it is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What? Lottie Dottie.
Just like Caruso.
I was thinking about who was it? The Story.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I don't
yeah,
have that
yeah.
because we play that a lot, but I do have a Slick Rick jump. Constantly going. I think I got Hey Young World.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And here's the storm. I believe that's me. I'm dedicated to all of the listeners. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, and keep your eyes closed. When you awaken,
Excuse me. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
God, it's nice. Like, running account sheet.
Can you get something to drink? Thank you.
I thought it was the last one, but this is the last one.
Okay. We gotta buy some more.
That would probably be a good idea.
Yep. She got these from Costco.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I'm going to say I go to Sam's Club.
Me too.
Oh, I haven't been there in like a long time. So
I think I need to renew my thing. I think I missed the renewal date.
I put it up. I'm gonna finger. Let it off. Get it.
Love Big Daddy Kane.
Rise be important.
Kumo D.
Big Daddy Kane.
Wild Wild West.
Oh, that's Kumo D.
You be a victim. Because daddy's home. So put a quarter in your ass because you played yourself.
You know what I just realized? Listen to this song.
Yeah, but I've known for years.
Not bad. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. I'm gonna give you credit. That's 3 times today, man. 3 times.
Yo.
You know when I come back with a vengeance. So 3 times, I got you. But how he raps reminds me of LL Cool J.
Well, LL got it from him.
Yeah, well, most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's before LL. I'm just saying,
He
Yeah,
was not
the-
before LL.
huh?
LL was before Big Daddy.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Okay. Something like that. Something like that.
Yes, I said you're right.
Well,
How often do you hear that?
I don't hear it often.
Okay, so accept it.
I can't accept it because there's usually a catch behind it.
Nope. You're right.
There's always a catch.
Catch me on what?
Don't worry about it. You stay in your lane. It's okay. It's all good.
All right, y'all, here we go. This is Tribe Called Quest scenario. I think he had the Jungle
go,
Brothers and Leaders of the New School in this.
Scenario. Here we go. Yep.
Hey, yo, Bo knows this.
and Bo knows that. With the little rap, because Bo can't rap.
Smoking crack. Remember back in the days when these songs would come out, and
It was
because
just-
you know what you were saying, you just
Yeah.
went in and just made up stuff.
You know what? And that's
Yes.
Oh man, the
Or
good old
you-
days.
Or how many songs that you listen to now and you be like, that's what they were saying?
yeah.
Oh yeah, when they talk about drugs and
Shit,
and
anything.
vibrators
Just
and all the rest of the
Every
crazy
song.
stuff.
Oh, well,
I
yeah.
don't know how many songs talk about vibrators, but okay. I got
The
you.
electric slide.
The electric slide.
I didn't know that until recently.
Well, stop
The
saying you don't know
wobble is
until
about
now.
a
I
vibrator.
didn't know that until
too.
recently.
Oh okay.
Yeah. Yes, y'all.
Try it,
We're
y'all.
alive, y'all. Inside, outside, around.
Wow.
Good.
Hit. And I'm ready to rip.
In Compton.
Wow, 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 wow. Doo-doo. Tell me. True blue. Arrow, yeah. Face. Later.
Why are you dancing like Pops? He over here doing the bang, bang, bang.
And you watching him.
He doing it on camera. I'm not watching him. He is doing it on my live.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm done.
And he's done.
Attack. You know we did it.
Yes, I do. But my lips ain't as big as some other people we know.
Excuse me?
He is interacting with my life.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind that.
You feeling guilty about something?
Nah, I'm feeling guilty that I fell for you and fell for you. That's kind of gay shit. I fell for your
You gave a damn.
I fell for your trap.
Yeah, you gave a damn.
And I pretended like I cared. Like a dungeon dragon.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but thank you nevertheless.
Yeah.
They're dentures because we old.
I'm gonna spit this juice
All right,
out.
y'all. Here we go. Here's another. This is not as known as well. But the one thing about Heavy D, and I got some Heavy D music for y'all later on, everybody they saw always say everybody's mama used to love Heavy D. So I know my mom loved Heavy D, but
I
this
love
is
Heavy D.
Heavy D. Bunch of other people. This is Don't Curse.
Bunch of other people.
I couldn't remember who it was.
Well, you know why the parents like Heavy D was because even though he
didn't
was,
cuss.
one, he didn't cuss, and two, even though he was out there, he was not out there.
Nah, he
Right.
wasn't.
He was
See what I'm
not there.
saying?
He was respectable.
Right.
No, baby, Bunny.
My very first Heavy D song was Hot Coffee. No, black coffee, no sugar, no cream.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? Chub Rock.
We
I got
played
Chub
Chub Rock,
Rock.
yeah.
I got some to play today too.
Yeah.
Then you have Delirious, Fat Boys.
I got some Fat Boys. But I
Some
don't have
Fat Boys. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Fat Boys.
Okay, you so into Fat Boys, would you swell up when you think about them or something like that? What's going on?
It's music.
Jesus Christ.
Because you was like, oh,
No,
Fat Boys.
Don't do that. I got bit by a mosquito or something. See?
Oh, a little boo boo, really? A little boo boo.
It's a mosquito.
It's
bite.
a little
This shit
boo-boo.
itches.
A little boo boo. Put some of that apple juice on it. It'll be all right.
So you want me to put apple juice on myself?
Hey, it's nature. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, go ahead. Make yourself up. Who cares?
You better be glad these mics is mine. Keep all my internal thoughts internal.
Yeah, please do. It'd be a good idea.
Yeah, for your sake.
I would have charged my phone. Do I have how much power I got? But is that for an Android?
Yep, it's mine.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a plan.
You right?
No, not really. Ow.
He over here having tantrums.
I'm having what?
Tantrums.
Oh, they said I'm having cancer.
Having what?
I thought you said I had cancer.
I said he's having tantrums, and he thought I said he's got cancer.
I was like, oh,
Like,
no.
that's extreme.
It is very extreme. Sad to hear if I did.
I mean, yeah.
Thank God I don't.
Praise God.
Mm, 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 mm. But I tell you though, I used to hate it back in the days, man. A song would come on the radio and they would not tell you what who's the artist.
Right.
It used to piss me off, and I'd be sitting there scrambling trying to figure it out, like who did this song, and no one knows, but everybody's freaking
What's
singing
that
the words.
jam? What's that jam?
Everybody's singing the words. Until they got on MTV or BET. Then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, that's such and such, such and such. But you got to catch the episode. Or tape it,
Right.
for those who remember what a tape recorder is.
Or, set your VCR to record
Now that depends, beta or VHS.
at VHS.
Okay.
I had that conversation too with them too the other day about betas and VHS.
Beta only stayed for like a few months.
Because you couldn't get into it. Number one, it weighed 1,000 pounds.
VHS did too. The original VHS was like heavy as all get out, but the problem was VHS, not the problem, but VHS was more popular.
And it was easy convertible.
Correct. So beta just basically like, you know what? Fuck it.
Thank you for that knowledge.
I'm glad I can help.
Fun fact.
Message.
I had to send y'all the fun fact because I talked about it already.
So I'm just repeating shit.
No. The one that I put in the group.
The vibrator.
Yeah,
I was
that's
interested.
why
Oh,
they were created.
that's why they're. I don't think that's the reason why they were
No,
created.
no.
The song was created to introduce vibrators.
I
What?
didn't. Oh my god.
All right,
What?
go on live. Just ignore.
What?
Just ignore. All right, y'all. We are back. That was heavy. I'm not going to try to explain all the people that was in that, but yeah, that was Don't Curse. Heavy D and the Boys was the main artist on that. Like I said, man, today we just hitting y'all with. I mean, this could be mostly the shows. Be mostly music, mostly old school hip hop. Pulling off some of the good ones from back in the day.
Back in the days when I was young.
Okay.
My bad.
No, I mean that's you. We
is.
discussed you and your
Echolele
yeah, and how
killing
you
me.
just out of just say anything just out of the open.
The tism be tism.
Yeah. So here we go, y'all. This is I was a really big fan of this artist back in the day because I didn't know whether or not he was really like British or not because he rapped in like both him and Slick Rick.
Right.
They kind of rapped in like a accent. So I didn't know. Excuse me. Until I met him personally, and then I realized he wasn't. So this is Dana Dane with Fame.
And the fact that he may be related.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, no, I was thinking about it. It wouldn't be related to you. We'll talk.
Yeah. What's
Anyway, Dana Dane.
When this
David
came
Dane
out,
sing Nightmares in the Dark, right?
Huh?
David Dane sang Nightmares too, right?
Yeah.
I remember this song was when everyone really started getting into making up words and just really going into the streets and just freaking saying stuff. Freestyle. This was what started off. Well, not started off, but this is actually one of the main reasons why.
Fresh Prince got his style
From
of
him.
rap from Dana Dane when he first came out with a brand new funk and all of that. Yeah. Do y'all remember the beef between MC Hammer and Third Base? Well, MC Search with Third Base.
I don't remember that, but I'll tell you right now, MC Hammer had a problem with everybody. Really, in the rap world, no one really respected him.
Where'd you get that from?
Me or who?
I'm not talking about music-wise. I'm talking about other rappers.
No, niggas in the rap game was scared of MC Hammer.
Yeah, that nigga was a gangster.
Yeah, he
Again,
was a real
they
gangster.
did not what you call a respect him.
That's why Third Base had a problem with him.
With
He almost
MC
had them
Search.
killed.
Yeah, hell yeah. Especially when they talking about some MC. Ain't nobody scared of MC Hammer.
No, that's not why they got it. That's not.
I'm just
He went
saying.
after them because they said something about his mama.
Oh yeah, I forgot
MC
about that.
Search said
That's
something.
right.
Yeah.
No, it was
What?
not Search. The other one.
Pete Rock.
Pete Rock. Yeah, Pete Nice.
Yeah,
said
Pete
something
Nice.
about Hammer's mom.
That's
And then they did
insane.
the
Vapors
gas
remix.
face.
Yeah,
and
the
it was
gas
like,
face. MC
fuck you,
Hammer
Hammer.
get the fucking Hammer. You definitely get the gas face. I was like, oh. Back in the day, rap beeps was, solved over music. And then it stopped being solved over
even
music.
today, that still goes on. There's always rappers. Somebody's fighting over somebody else or something like that. So,
But we never, with us growing up, we didn't grow up with them taking the shit to the streets. For the most part, I'm just saying, for the most part, it wasn't a common thing.
Well, I think now it's more. easily accessible in the streets.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like well, that's what I mean by it's a common thing.
You know, the most that happens back then was block parties or clubs and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
today, it's anywhere. There's a big difference. And for the most part, the major contenders had guns, but everyone had knives. That's a big difference too back then. Or the fists. Everybody was brawling.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That was Dane the Dane with Fame. All right, so one of the other things about hip hop back in the day, we're talking years and years ago. This was before Eminem, in my opinion, who one of the greatest rappers that ever come out. This was before Eminem was there. There were a lot. Well, I take that back. There weren't as many as there are now, but there were a few hip hoppers who out there with the lighter Caucasianness.
Yeah, with the porcelain hue.
Yeah, there was a lot more than you would have thought. And I'm gonna hit y'all with about 3, maybe 4, some of the best. Here we go, y'all. This is Afternoon Drive Old School Celebration. We can hit y'all with a little Jump Around by House of Pain.
Are they Scottish or something like that?
That's
Scottish.
Well, I mean,
Irish.
they're Irish. I mean, it's Irish. That's what it is. You do too much.
I like music.
I do too.
Let me forget. I know that I mean that's a sin. Oh, Cypress Hill, all of that.
What year did this song come out? Do you remember?
92 or 93.
Okay, because now I'm remembering it.
Get up, stand up.
This is when. This is actually just. I was in the process of potentially moving to Virginia when this song came out.
When did you move to Virginia?
Like 96. 96, 97.
No, yesterday was Swain's birthday, right? Did you say something to him? Probably didn't.
No, I didn't.
Boy, you a terrible friend.
I didn't understand. You don't be remembering my birthday.
July 28th.
See what I'm saying?
You said July 28th?
He said 27.
I said 20. Then I said 28.
Because I looked at him and he
Yo,
realized.
I was
July
how the fuck?
28th.
Because I can see you looking at me.
Because of my shades, you want to say something about that shit again?
Am I right?
Probably.
When's mine?
I don't know. Okay.
See, my point
I
exactly.
give a fuck. Somewhere in May.
No.
Not even in May.
His birthday is like
It's
March
a M.
22nd.
It's
Thank you.
It's
She didn't owe me 2
it's
years.
the M. It's an M. Somewhere in the M
It's
range.
March
Whatever,
22nd.
It's somewhere around there. Man, I don't remember nobody's birthdays and shit like that. I just see when it comes on my phone. No, I actually do know your birthday though.
Yeah,
you
too
won't
late now.
you won't let me what you call forget about it anyway. Shit. Because first of all, when it leads
Just
up
stop.
to your birthday,
You just making it worse. Just stop.
I don't give a fuck. Every time your birthday comes up, you always tell everybody
I don't
my
never
birthday's
tell
coming.
anybody.
Yes, you do. You do every single time.
All right.
Every single time. Oh, my birthday's coming up. Blah 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 blah. Every time.
This should have been liquor.
When you realize you're wrong and you just
I'm
keep
not wrong.
talking,
I don't care.
It's just you should stop.
Okay.
My whole point is you should have said something to your boy.
Why would I want to do that?
That man just
You
lost
know
his-
me for this long.
that
Like,
man
what?
just lost
Why
his
would I?
wife, man.
No, I ain't talking about him. I was talking about you.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah. You need to
sorrowful
make
for
a
that.
phone call
Yeah,
or a text message later.
yeah, I gotta hit him up. But see, I was working. I was busy. I know that's sad, but it's true.
If I
But
could
yeah, that's a
just-
bad feeling. Shout outs to Hendo for real. To lose somebody like that.
I asked him. I said, "You plan on moving back to New York or Virginia?"
Oh no, I doubt very
I
much.
said, "If you moving, just know I ain't helping you this time."
Oh, shit.
I know, right? We've been there.
Hold
Done
on a
that.
second. All right, y'all. Here we go. These are the originators. It's Paul Revere by the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Mike D.
Yeah, we've been there, done that.
Yeah. going to CVS and picking up a little portable radio.
You know what? I forgot about CVS. I did forget about that too.
Portable radio. Played that bitch in his car.
Yo, load that car up. Load my truck up.
To a guy. I said, howdy. He said, hi.
I was back in the day when I used to carry. Well, I used to be able to lift shit.
Well, no. You never did lift shit.
Oh, nigga,
You
I
threw
always
shit.
lift shit.
No, you threw shit.
Yeah, picking up fucking refrigerators. I remember we had to lift that goddamn big screen TV out of his house.
Oh yeah.
We looked up, this nigga talking to her. I'm like, nigga, you supposed to be breaking up with her. Why are you not helping us? Why are you not helping us move your fucking furniture?
His wife sending him to New York to make some money, and he up in there hugging up on her and everything like that. Like she don't want him to go, and he don't want to leave. Meanwhile, me and G is just out there
unloading shit,
loading stuff, taking stuff out the house. It was wild.
I mean, those are friends.
I ain't know him.
He ain't know him. He just met him.
Yeah.
He just met him.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, he just met him. So he's helping out. And
I'm
everything.
helping Keith. I'm helping you because he told me I need some help to do it. So like, all right. So we drive to where was he living at the time?
North Carolina.
Yeah, we drive to North Carolina.
Greenville, North Carolina.
North Carolina to unload his house because he was living at a trailer at the time. Unload the trailer. I'm scared that we're gonna put a hole in the walls because the walls are so thin. Loaded up the vehicle. Did we get a U-Haul?
Yes, we did. I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about that. It wasn't
so wait
U-Haul.
a minute. So when we drove to
no, wait.
Because
so how many times have y'all moved
me, you,
this?
Swain, and Mel.
So how many times have y'all moved this individual? Because
no,
clearly
it was hardly within 2 days. We picked him up in North Carolina. It had to be a U-Haul.
Yeah, it was a U-Haul because I didn't have my truck now.
Right.
So
picked him up in North Carolina. Came back to Virginia. He stayed at the motel over there by Cloverleaf Mall at the time.
Wait, did he stay with me?
No. Stayed at the hotel by Cloverleaf Mall at the time.
Okay.
Was your mother still alive?
Yeah, she was around.
Yeah,
she was
so
around.
you were still living with your mother. So he didn't stay. He stayed at that hotel. I can't remember. Right now, it's next to the casino place.
Rosie's.
Oh, Rosie's.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, right. He did stay over there.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we went that next day to New York, but it was me, you, Mel, and Swain. So.
Mel went with us?
Yeah, Mel went with us.
Damn, I forgot. I don't know why I was thinking it was just me and you.
Mel went with us.
Well, see, look, this is why we go down memory lane.
Mel's funny as all get out, though.
Wait a minute. Ho. So, no, your mother had to pass.
No, my mother ain't passed yet because I'm still living at the house. I'm still living in the apartment with my mother. Yeah.
Mel only went up. I know Mel went with us because I remember him helping.
Wait. Yeah, my mother was still alive because I wasn't staying at the house.
No.
I was staying somewhere else.
No, Mel only went with us to New York one time.
Right, I remember that.
That was this time. We went there. We went to drop Swain off first.
Dude, that whole concept is all messed up.
Yeah. So, and when Mel went with us, your mom had already passed because that was my second time going to New York.
Right.
Yeah.
That just means
where was I living? Because I obviously was not living in the apartment. No. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Daphne. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, now I remember. Yes.
Well, no, maybe because why would he get the hotel? Because he could have just stayed at your place. Because you weren't living there.
Well, does my mom want to go ahead and be a ghost or something like that? I mean, it's what it is. That's right. Come to think of it's right because I moved out. Well, I didn't move out, but I had it open. I had it locked and everything, but I never went back to the house. Never went back to the apartment. That's right. During that time.
No, I don't. Because about a week after your mom passed, we went to empty the apartment out.
Not my apartment. Well,
yeah. Because I remember having to deal with that fucking water bed.
Yeah.
It was me, you, Shannon, and Daphne.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That's right. And I left like 80%.
Yeah.
Everything in there?
No,
you did.
I left like everything in there.
I'm not upset.
I had sofas. I had this big gigantic wall unit. Man, it's gone. I was like, it's gone. I couldn't go back in there. I couldn't even take it. I was like,
I understand.
I just left everything behind.
Now it's bothering me. I'm almost sure Mel went with us because he helped take the shit up the stairs. 'Cause I was mad as shit that the elevator wasn't working. We had to carry that shit up the stairs.
Yes, Mel was with us then.
Yeah.
That's right, he was.
So all of you guys' dates are running together is what I'm hearing?
It's called dementia.
Yeah. It's called getting old, yeah.
Senility kicking in?
It depends if you want to call it that.
I'm asking questions. I'm not calling
Yeah,
it
it had
anything.
to be. It had to be. Because then we from there, we went to New York. And did the shit we did in New York.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn, that was an escapade trying to figure that out.
Yeah. That's because we old, man.
Yeah, I'm getting real tired of you saying old all the time.
And we were, though. I mean, this was 20-something years ago.
Yeah, it was some time ago.
Yeah.
Damn. And when we say that doesn't make it sound any better.
Yeah.
Because 20 years ago really don't sound like a long time, but it was a long time.
20 years ago sound like a long time to me.
It don't sound like a long time.
Because I moved down here in 96. And I can't believe when I moved down here, so much stuff happened. All because of G.
Like, I didn't meet you until...
It don't matter. It was preemptive. I knew what was going to happen before it happened.
I didn't meet you to 2001.
Okay. I came down in 1996. So somehow we were passing each other and you were influencing me in some kind of way.
Nigga, please. I'm not going to even
And then
talk.
when I finally reached
I'm not even going to talk because I'm on air about the bad influences.
The bad influence that you are to me.
Whatever, man. You
I was an innocent boy.
start believing that shit your mama was thinking.
Exactly. My mom was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're so innocent," and that drug smuggler rapist pimp
Yeah.
got my boy into some stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Not G, a bad influence.
Yeah, bad influence.
Yeah, she thought I was a terrible influence.
I'm a bad influence. I've always been somebody's lesson.
Well, most big dudes are. You know what I'm saying? Big Pun, Big Papa.
Whatever.
So she already saw that. I was like, oh yeah,
Whatever.
He a bad boy and everything. He's trying to corrupt my son.
I'm pretty sure that there was a mom in high school that used my yearbook picture for their daughter to be like, don't be like her.
Ow.
All right, you're going there. All right, y'all, here we go. This is Third Base. Step into the AM, the all-new afternoon drive. Doing the searchlights. Got the first mic. You ate my knuckle. Suck all this stuff.
He said knuckle.
I ain't paying him no mind. He's talking crazy stuff. He got issues.
Excuse me?
He just mad because my mom didn't like him.
That didn't faze me one little bit.
But on the real,
I rode with her all the way to New York, didn't I? If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have rode with her all the way to sitting in the back.
You didn't have much of a choice though with that one. Oh, that was funny as all get out one.
If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have agreed to ride all the way to New York with her ashes in the back seat of the truck.
Oh.
That is true though. That's not an exaggeration. That is
No,
true.
I believe that.
Because we left the memorial service and went straight on the road, didn't we?
We did.
God damn. Do y'all smell something burning?
Yeah, I'm smelling it too. Probably your ass.
Oh, shit.
You proud of yourself on that one?
I am.
It smells like plastic though, right?
It doesn't help the cause as much more.
My fault.
Let me go
Just
check things
asking
out, make sure.
questions.
Oh man. Fuck around.
Fuck
Caught
around,
up in that
right.
side or some shit going on out there. Well, it's not out here.
Okay. It could be something with one of those lights.
Maybe.
LED.
You just opened Pandora's box, son. That's strong.
How you living, huh?
That's why you only see me just
Okay.
very little.
Okay. Oh man, mess with sizes on that.
Say what?
Mess with my sizes on that.
2 4.
It's just oil. It'll dry up soon.
Oh yeah, that was another thing too. Of course, me so dumb. I was dumbass back in the days.
Back in the day.
You just keep letting it. You just keep coming.
I was gonna tell my story, but that's fine. It's okay. It's all
I'm
right.
listening.
Yeah. Thank you for caring. I appreciate that.
She said she's caring. She said she's listening. 2 different things.
I'm just gonna ignore him right now. So at some point, I used to sell oils and incense and all that stuff and everything like that. But this shows how questionable at best I was when it comes to selling things.
Things.
Now, don't get me wrong. Whatever I sold, I made money. I made $1,000. Of course, all that money is gone, so I'm broke as shit. But oils,
Mm-hmm.
I never focused the concept
You
between
used to sell
oils.
ass at New York Knicks games.
What? Bless you. What? You know that shit just registered in my head, right?
I was shaking hand on that one. I was actually not too shabby. That was actually pretty damn good. Okay, anyway, as I'm saying, well,
Thousands of dollars.
$1,000 gone. I'm gonna have to. I'm already messed up. $1,000
I'm sorry.
gone, and so the process. No, it was not. Perfume and oils.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, oils is a oil-based situation. You don't want to put it on your clothes. You want to put it on your skin.
On your skin, right?
Of course, I didn't know the difference. I just went and put on my clothes and ruined all my clothes every time.
Hold on 1 second. Hold the thought. We're going to take a quick break. Y'all be right back. It's the all-new afternoon drive.
All new.
Go ahead. You finish starting there.
Well, the moment is lost. You just went and interrupted me and shit.
Ain't nobody intro. You just realized the story ain't make no sense.
You put all the oil on your damn clothes.
Ruined all my clothes. Because
I've done it a couple times. Yep.
And then it's like,
I've done that.
Shit. And my clothes were just ruined. I couldn't.
Or I've done this and then like.
That's another thing too. Yep.
I've done that. Be like, oh.
And you see the smell of your clothes and everything is a waste of time. So just future reference, anybody who decides to use oils and perfume.
No, I do. I just tap.
But even that sometimes doesn't work out because what happens is if you rub it on your eyes, especially if you have allergies, or you do this, you rest your arm, your legs, or something like that, and everything, it'll smear, and then before you know it, your clothes only lasted about 2 days, or the same day.
Well, see, mine's fast absorbing.
Okay, good job, proud of you.
Mine's is real.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
I have this friend who goes to Dubai like every 3 to 4 months, and I give her a little bit of money, and she bring me back 5 different types of oils and fragrances that are out there.
Now that's nice. There's a place in New York City. They get all that stuff, and you ain't got to go to Dubai.
I understand that, but I don't know.
And they've been around for years.
Days,
right, days.
Ain't like the motherfucking place burned down or some shit like that.
Days.
Mind your business.
Nigga, you said days. I don't want it.
Yeah, that sounds reputable. They've been here for days.
You heard me say
It's
I don't
almost
want
been
it.
a week.
They still around? Oh man. Chilling with your boo.
Why would
Something's really wrong with you.
Well, everybody
You got
knows that one
your
crazy
thing in
friend.
front of you.
What thing?
I'm talking to her for your vibrator story.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't need the story in front of me to tell it.
Excuse the hell out of me. All right.
Yeah, I know she put you in your place, didn't she?
Not really.
No.
Well, them kids having a ball, ain't they?
Yeah, next week's the last week of school.
Sounds like it's WWE up in there.
My grandson gonna be in the suit next week. He is not happy.
For graduation?
Mm-hmm. He's 11.
All right, y'all. We are back.
We're back.
It is 25 at the hour. It is time for your Peaches fun fact. Let's do it.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. So today's fun fact is a little medical, but not medical. I shared it into the group chat. So
I'm not part of the group chat.
back in the day, there was, so basically we're going to talk about why vibrators were invented. They were invented as a cure for hysteria, which comes from the Greek word hysta, which means woman in Greek, basically. So when women, they basically thought it was a chemical imbalance when women would go crazy once or twice a month. And they would take the women to the doctors, and the doctor would perform digital fondling to induce orgasm so that the hysteria would be calmed. And so it became so exhausting for the doctors to do it because they were seeing up to 30 patients a day that they created a machine that
Anal probe.
no, they created a vibronic. They created a vibronic machine to give the doctors some relief because it was, exhaustion.
Because their hands were
their
tired,
part.
that's why.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then after they realized that it was becoming more and more popular, the doctor's visits were becoming more and more popular, more and more numerous. It then stopped becoming a medical tool and then turned into a forbidden tool because they realized that it was no longer medically beneficial. It was just all about pleasure. So it became a banned medical device in the early 1900s.
So what you're saying is that in the early days, 1900s, women were crazy. And the men and everyone recognized that if you're crazy, you need to have an orgasm.
No.
So once you had the orgasm, now you're sane again.
No.
So that's what we're saying right now.
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Call it what you want to call it. Basically, they're saying, work it out.
I mean, it's kind of, reading is fundamental at this point, where I sit there and I'm like, okay, these women will go to these doctors 2, 3, 4, 15
It wasn't
times
the women that were going to the doctors.
The men were going there. Was a men getting it?
The husbands were taking their wives to the doctors
because they couldn't perform.
The women did not have the right to call a doctor, to have a doctor see them. The men were in charge.
And look, they blaming Diddy for all this shit now. Diddy didn't start this shit.
He started this.
You know what I'm saying? So the husbands were taking their wives to the doctor for hysteria, which basically was probably PMS, and they was probably going through their cycles and stuff like that.
But they went every day.
No, I never said every day. I said twice a month.
Now, obviously, this had to have been expensive. So the doctors was really getting their fill fingering women.
Basically.
And the mans were okay with that, taking the women to another.
Because at the time, the men weren't thinking that that's what they were thinking, that this crazy bitch, I need to figure out something to calm her down.
So I'm going to take her to the doctor.
So I'm going to take her to the doctor. And they thinking the doctor is healing her. But what he's doing is
he's fondling her.
Yeah, he's fondling her.
It's called the early days of swingers. That's what it means.
You know what? I don't think so, because I don't think the doctors. I think it took the doctors a minute to realize. Wait a minute, what are we doing?
Because I'm
like
tired,
after the first bitch that squirted on the doctor.
Okay,
it was like,
funny.
Okay, with respect to their gynecologists, male gynecologists,
Yes.
what are they doing? They're doing the exact same damn thing.
Well, yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah,
this day,
to this day.
basically.
That's what men are doing. Gynecologists, that's what they do, right?
They don't.
They-
They're not.
They're going up in there, and
But they're not making like the result of what they're doing
Now
is an
has nothing to
orgasm.
do with pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
How
result.
you know that?
Because
Well,
I
I'm
can
saying
tell
back
you-
then it was
I can
saying the
tell you-
result was orgasm, and that was
You been to a gynecologist?
I'm telling you right now, all of our experiences now are not pleasurable.
I believe that because I've
So-
heard stories about like cold stuff and everything.
Oh
like that, or
God,
whatever.
yes, metal, all kinds of stuff.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
But when he's
So-
when he or she, well, usually I'll say he. I'm not going to go with the females
Thank
because
you.
females know, but the he's when they decide to go and grab your boobs and everything and checks out for.
I don't think they
lumps and stuff
checking.
like that. What
We're
are they
not
doing?
talking about today. We're talking about back then, though,
I
right?
got you, but I'm
Okay.
saying it is a passed down.
Like, Through the bloodline, are you saying?
it's a bloodline thing.
No. Are you asking that? Is that the beginning of a gynecologist period?
Yes.
As far as the gynecologist's first job
Sort of.
was the orgasm?
Yes.
You know
You're going
what?
to tell me a man
I'm going
doesn't
to
know.
look into that for you.
You're going to tell me that a man who's a gynecologist, with respect to those in that profession today,
Right.
you're going to tell me a male gynecologist don't think about, ooh, she got some big titties.
Oh, I'm not saying that part.
Or her clit's that big.
Oh.
Yeah.
Her vagina is really wide.
Wow.
You're going to say they don't think about that. They got to diagnose it, right?
Oh.
So what makes that any different to back in the days with hysteria and stuff like that when they were filing and doing all the rest of that stuff? What makes it any different?
I don't even see how it connects, but it is you, so it's
But wow.
understandable. I don't see how you connecting the two.
So here's another
Were
weird.
there female gynecologists back then?
No, probably not.
No,
All right, then
they
I rest my
weren't.
case. That's how I connect.
So like also we always say fuck all the time. And it's actually an acronym. FUCK stands for something. It stands for fornicating under consent of the
Didn't you do
king.
this once before?
I think
She
so.
did.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Okay, never mind.
But for those who haven't heard and everything, you just
Right.
you explain it. So I don't see nothing wrong with that because I don't remember stuff past 2 minutes. So you just reminded me that, and I'm
Fucking
good to go.
guppy.
Thank you very much. Now I'm a guppy.
Memory, 2 minutes.
I'm
Guppy.
old. Remember?
No, okay, whatever. So yeah, that was it. That was the fun fact. The whole medical,
It started off as fun.
It started off as fun until
until
Charlie got in it.
until Charlie got us wondering if you
Charlie
scared to
Tuna.
send your
So a fun
your
fact.
you
wife
scared
to
to
the
send your
doctors.
wife to the gynecologist or some
Exactly,
shit.
and you should think about
So
it.
you're telling men now at this point when their significant others have to go
The
to
gynecologist
gyno,
is just a freak fest.
No, that they need to go in there and sit with them.
No, then that means that they need to figure out what they need to do to take
Do
care
you
of their
know that
wives or whatever.
we have to go every year regardless whether it's a freak fest or not?
Do you have a male gynecologist or a female gynecologist? Which one would you prefer?
I used to have a male gynecologist,
Mm-hmm.
and then I moved to Virginia.
He's still in business?
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay. All right.
He delivered my babies too.
So he knows all about your body parts.
hmm
Okay.
Thank you. Next. Down. That's what you get.
All right, y'all. It is May the 19th. We're doing some birthday shout outs today. First and foremost, I want to make a notice that today would have been the 100th birthday of Malcolm X. So
Yes.
celebrating the brother Malcolm X, born today in 1925. Wow. Okay. Of course, Malcolm passed in 1965. So today would have been his 100th birthday. So, thoughts go to Malcolm. Harlem Globetrotter great Curly Neal today would have celebrated his birthday. He passed in 2020. Peter Mayhew, who most of y'all probably don't know who he is, but you've seen his movie. He played Chewbacca in Star Wars. He passed in 2019. Today would have been his birthday. Wrestling great Andre the Giant. Today would have been his birthday. He passed in 1993. And Nicole Brown Simpson. Today would have been her birthday. She passed away violently in 1994. Celebrating the birthday today, rocker Pete Townsend is 80. NBA great Kevin Garnett is 49. DJ Marshmello is 33.
Hey.
And R&B crooner Sam Smith is also 33. I'm going to get a couple of personal shout-outs, birthday shout-outs. Once again, a shout-out our boy again, Swain. Birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday. Also celebrating the birthday. great friend of the family, Caroline Gray. Happy birthday. And a heavenly birthday to my boy Todd Moody. Today would have been his birthday. Any of y'all got any birthdays to put out?
Yeah, I just want to say happy birthday once again to my niece Amara Sierra. She's out enjoying her life right now in the Turks and Caicos. Happy 25th birthday. Her birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday to them. So I have happy birthday to Fred, Wilmer, Sanford, Simpson, and all the other people. Happy birthday.
Favors y'all, Bismarcky.
Which, by the way, Bismarcky, I know, that's fine. Bismarcky, that dude is wild. He's funny. So he's not the best looking dude, honestly, right? He's not the best looking dude in everything. Right. But this dude, how he raps is actually how he talks.
Really?
And this dude would have so many girls crowd around him. Like literally. He had such play.
Because girls like big dudes back in the day.
Well, that's actually what I was trying to get into and stuff like that.
I mean, we still like big dudes. Yeah, we still like big dudes.
Yeah, so I just had to put that out there. But you already stole my thunder, so it's all good.
Stop that.
Who stole your thunder?
Me.
What you said about
big dudes.
About girls like the big dudes.
Oh, yeah. Some guys and push guys.
You don't start that.
God, peace, God.
Don't start that. Got the vapors. And then when you think about this song to some degree, it's a stupid song.
And they talking about everybody they dissing them.
Yeah, I know, but still.
That tried to play him. They tried to play him.
It's still a stupid song, but the shit was hot.
That's like Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Who?
Grown-ups tell him he would never obey.
Tilted to the side.
That's turned to the side. That's different.
All right, it's turned to the side.
My first Kango was a Tam.
Was a who?
You know, the little...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see you wearing that. I think I had a Kango probably before Kangos really came out.
Yeah, like when they were like golf hats.
Right. I had one time.
Yeah.
I was with my godfather and went to Canada, but it wasn't out. That said, this is when I was way younger. This is before teenage years and all that stuff. And I forgot what happened to that thing. I think I wore it like once or twice, and then it just disappeared or something like that. It was plaid.
Oh, yeah.
The color's plaid.
I had a plaid lumberjack. Remember them?
Yeah.
I had a plaid lumberjack bomber.
I had the hat that with the flaps.
Yeah, I remember my godfather, and this is of course back in the days, and I'm sure G, you had the same situation too.
What?
Back in the days, your mother or your father would have their kids dressed the same way as them when you're going out somewhere.
Mm-mm.
You didn't have that?
Mm-mm.
My mom used to dress me.
I live with my mom, so I don't know about you. My mom ain't never dressed me like her.
Hope not.
Yeah.
My mom used to dress me and my sister like her. My mom used to make our clothes when we were little. So she used to, go to the store, buy the patterns, and buy the fabric, and go in the living room and just start making us clothes.
I had well, first of all, it was pajamas that were plaid. I had that rolling. And then it was some shirt and pants set up or whatever. And it looked just like my godfather when we went to church or something like that.
That's hilarious.
And it was plaid. And I remember wearing that stuff, and I never did like it. And every time you bought one, the next one was basically looks the exact same one as the other.
Just a different color.
Just a different color to some degree slightly.
Yeah.
They all looked the same. Plaid was like the thing back then. And that was in the 70s. And I remember that Kango, I wore that with one of them. And that was before Kango came out like this Kango.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. We went blank over here.
I did too.
Oh, this is good.
There we go.
It wasn't me. Just whatever.
Okay, Shaggy.
Shaggy! Plaid. You gonna tell me you didn't wear anything plaid, G?
No, I didn't say that. I said I had a plaid bomber jacket.
I don't think I remember seeing a plaid bomber jacket.
I mean, you didn't know when I had a bomber jacket. That was the.
I'm talking about
And
in general,
90s.
fool.
And I had a
Nigga, I wear a
silver triple fat.
Uh,
It was big, like super big. It came all the way down to past my knees.
That's high school.
I was in middle school. I had a big ass silver triple fat.
The thing about it, those coats, they didn't really keep you warm.
maybe not the cheap ones you obviously were having, but
Well, I had pleather. I couldn't afford anything bigger than
That was our conversation: leather versus pleather,
that.
Payless versus stride right.
You can tell it's pleather because the color is slightly off. And the
It was just
texture was a
one.
little
It was
different.
one. It was one piece of shiny too many.
Right, exactly.
Hey, Kenya. No. To my cousins in Cali.
you work tomorrow.
No.
Cool.
That was random.
Yeah, no.
That was so
Yeah,
random.
he just does that. I mean, he's trying to figure out my schedule. He's
What
trying to
y'all about to get
he's-
into?
Exactly. I'm saying, I didn't want to say that, while we're on the air and stuff like that, but
Yeah, what
every now
y'all
and then
about
he
to
has
get
his moments.
into?
And he tried to figure out my life and stuff, and try to get into.
I asked you a question because I was working out something, and as I finished working out, I was going to give you the reason why I asked you. But I was going to find out if you coming up here tomorrow.
That's kind of an open-ended question, right?
No, it's a yes or no. Are you coming tomorrow or not?
I would assume so
Why would you assume so?
because I don't know what you're talking about.
See, that's what I'm saying. So you wouldn't have assumed. You know
That's
what?
why it's an assumption.
So the answer to that would have been, it depends on what time and what we're doing.
That'd probably be a good idea.
So that's how you should respond.
Nah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, whatever.
He's just trying to start shit.
No. That's on both y'all at this point.
I figured he wants to have a conversation with me after the show.
No. This is if you was gonna come up here to help me set her up for her show tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that was about.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I hear you. Of course, you could have started the whole conversation with that, but
The whole point of me asking if you work tomorrow was so I know if I wanted to do that
ESP, I
conversation.
know this stuff and everything. We old and everything. Have to mention everything about to kick in.
Y'all do know I'm not a referee, right?
I'm just saying, but
Okay.
you think I have ESP? I know what he's thinking. What he's saying. He's just saying stuff out the blue, just for me to acknowledge.
No, I understand. We just only got the second part of his thought, which is cool. It happens a lot. He was just in the midst of speaking out loud, and we heard it.
That's okay. He's off his meds.
I mean, it be like that sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Every now and then. Yeah, I got it.
So you want me here what time tomorrow?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
5.
Okay.
Give Sleeping Beauty enough time to complain about she not getting no sleep. I mean, he not getting no sleep.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Y'all. Woo. I need popcorn
He's
and
just
beer
mad.
at this
He's just
point.
mad because he got up on the wrong side of the bed.
I need popcorn and beer at
I had
this
to come
point.
back for that.
I know. I seen it. I saw you. I saw you gear up for it. I saw the motions happening. I saw
I
it.
think I made too many of those types of jokes today, so I decided not to.
Woo! I saw it. I seen your face light up and everything. The smile came so
want you to
big.
know,
He saved your
I
life just
saved you on
now.
that one. I took into account for your feelings, and I ain't say what I was thinking.
I literally, because I just seen the screen real quick and his face lit up. He smiled real big, like, oh, it's coming.
Black Sheep, y'all. Flavor of the month.
Hope no one's getting strangled.
Did you hear that?
I'm like, what the hell?
I thought it was a song at first.
Nah, it wasn't no song. That definitely was not a song.
That was like a cry for help, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's around Popo will be up in there next door. They
Man.
come and barge inside here thinking this happening over here. It's not here.
No. We all adults over here, sir.
Some more than others.
I mean, age-wise.
I guess.
For it's gone.
Mm. How do you get your screen to do that?
Screensaver. Wallpaper screensaver.
Okay. That's nice. So why do you have an extension?
Because it
It go all the way over
goes over
there.
there. Yep. It's the only one that goes over there.
Mm-hmm.
One funny thing about the songs back then, many of them, they were long songs.
Most songs were like 6-7 minutes. This one was probably 5.
Had more content, I think,
Mhm.
compared to songs today.
They did. They talked about stuff. Real stuff. I mean, they talking about real stuff now, but it ain't. It's all self-induced. You know what I mean?
That's definitely true. I never was feeling the song. but because it's old school, I like it. Gee, you remember what you were doing when this music came out? When the song came out?
Yeah, I was sitting there looking at my phone.
You didn't have a phone back then.
It just came out a couple seconds ago. I just put it on here. Nah, I don't. I don't remember when the song came out. Honestly, it just came up on my
On your list.
when I was looking at old school tracks. I don't even think I even was feeling the song when it first came out.
That's what I was saying. I wasn't either.
Ooh-wee.
This is when Big World came out to party. Chubb Rock, Heavy D, um, Big Pun.
You just name it fat rappers.
Yep.
Because they won't all out at the same time.
Right.
Bismarck.
You see me look at them like
B.I.G. Fat Boys. Are any of the Fat Boys alive?
One.
Which one's that?
Kuroski.
I know one of them. I forgot which one died of a heart attack. I don't know what happened to the other one. Damn, I haven't heard this in a long time. Stealing from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I'm impressed that you knew that.
Yeah, true.
G,
Mm-hmm.
you sober?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
He's just angry right now.
Them shots are being fired because you sober.
No, that wasn't a shot. I was impressed that he knew that.
He said it twice.
He tried hard too.
What was the song?
He said Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Well, no, that's not from the. What was the song though?
Heat Miser.
Huh?
Heat Miser.
Yeah, the Heat Miser. Snow Miser.
No,
She's
Mr.
wrong.
Snow.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
No. It's the Heat Miser and the Abominable Snowman.
Okay, quit while you had. It's all good. It's all good. Too much. That was a cool song.
All right, y'all. That was Chep Rock. And I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to publicly congratulate Mr. Charlie for knowing something that I didn't think he was going to know. Because my intention was, after this song played, was to ask y'all where did they sample that track from. And before I even got a chance to answer it, Mr. Charlie, who obviously watched Christmas.
Ask it, not answer it.
Ask it. Mr. Yes. Charlie, who obviously watched Christmas movies growing up.
I think we all did.
Yes.
Including Charlie Brown's.
Yeah. Charlie Brown.
Yeah. So
Island of Misfit Toys.
Yeah, so I was impressed that you knew that. Because I swear I didn't think you would.
You gotta give me a little more credit.
No, I mean, just on, you know,
just say thank you.
Just on GP.
Just say thank you. There's no just thank you.
You never. I never would have thought you would got it. But I'm impressed that you knew that. If that makes any difference. Matter of fact, let me give you some applause for that.
I feel like there's a little bit more to that.
Let me give you some applause for that. Let me give you a bell for getting it. Yeah,
you just call me Tinkerbell.
I'm really.
Why would you get bells?
Because sometimes when you have game shows and you get the right answer,
like,
they give you a bell. Yeah. Then you get the wrong answer. Something like that.
Shit.
And then when you walk in the door, there's different shit that people can say. But no, in all honesty, I was impressed that you knew that. So getting back to some of the things we were talking about, I had somebody hit me up while we were talking, and just because I know just what I know of you, Mr. Charlie, because I know I've known you longer. This is gonna be an interesting question.
Do you see the clues coming up? I'm sorry.
Oh, I sure didn't. Thank you. We're gonna have a talk again about you.
Yes, I apologize.
Just blurting out shit. But I do see them. Shout out to
I turn
Exodus.
around and see them.
Yeah. You gotta realize I'm looking straight up. I can see them. Yeah. But I do want to ask you a question. Back in the day, Mr. Charlie, and I'm gonna ask Miss Peach the same thing. Were you into like breakdancing?
I was.
Some reason I don't believe it, but I don't have no way to prove it wrong or not. I mean, like when we were young, we would go around with the little cardboard boxes and then
throw them on the ground and everything.
Yeah, put them on the ground and just that was one of the things you don't see that often no more.
Because people breaking their necks and ended up going to the hospital after that. That's why.
Most definitely.
Matter of fact, one person was an Australian chick from
we're not,
the Olympics and stuff like that. I mean, she did her thing too. Yo, she rocked it.
Did you really think she did?
Hey, someone thought she did.
All right, so let's go ahead and do these. And one of the main things is I already know the answer to this from the first clue, but we will go ahead and go through this, and I'm gonna read these clues. And look like I ain't got to put the two, but okay. First rapper to play professional basketball, and the first rapper to venture into food.
Master P.
Yeah, Master P played. She's giving us a third clue now, but
we already passed all.
How you like me now? Gold teeth when I smile. Yeah, it ain't my fault. Master P played for the Toronto Raptors. He never really made the final team, but he did play for them there. For a little bit. He did make the practice squad for a little bit. Master P also has a son right now who has an opportunity to make the NBA.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so that is definitely a good thing. A lot of people have those dreams. So, Master P was someone. I was never a real Master P fan. I don't know. I never really.
I wasn't at all.
I just never really caught his music. I mean, I don't know, but
it has something. It probably because it was like a different sound,
right?
Like the New Orleans sound is definitely
different. Yeah, I would agree with that. I definitely would agree with that. But I respect him as a businessman, and even if you go to if you talk to someone like Snoop, because Master P signed Snoop.
He did.
Right artist, wrong song. Okay, Master P signed. What did I say?
You were right.
I said ain't my
Master P signed Snoop.
No. She said right artist, wrong song is about what I said. What song did I say? I said ain't my fault.
You said.
Did I meant to say make them say Is it make them say
Make them say
Yeah,
but
is
you
it make them
said
say
not my
I think I
fault.
said
That's
make them.
mystical.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Is
Thank
that
you,
right?
Exodus. Put 'em in
Exodus,
check.
is it make them say
Put him in check.
I wasn't. I think I was just saying that out loud.
Because he always thinks he's right and stuff. So
No,
it's about
I
time.
was just saying that.
You let him guide you into that, G.
Oh,
He so
man.
nicely just hand walked you through that.
So let me know. Was that right about?
You can answer
I
yourself,
mean, were we right about make them say Is that the right song? So, but I forgot what the hell I was saying. Snoop. When Snoop signed with No Limit Records, Snoop made a comment that No Limit Records treated him financially better than any other person he's ever signed with. He said that Master P taught Snoop how to be a businessman. So I got the most respect for Master P. Even though he right now there's some beef between him and his son, the other son, Romeo, little Romeo,
Really?
whatever. Yeah, there's beef between them because he's saying that he took some of his money. That Romeo's saying that Master P took some of his money. Which that's your father. You can't do that. You can't say that's the case. He got you that money. He bought you a house. I remember Romeo had a house
at 13.
Yeah, how the fuck you go? Anyway, if I find out that this is the right song, make them say, I'll play it.
It's not like we ain't in the man's pockets.
No, she's saying it's Hootie Who.
Oh, it's Hootie Who. Oh, it's Hootie Who. Oh, I don't know if I have Hootie Who. I might not have Hootie Who.
Thank you, Exodus.
Yeah, shout out to Exodus.
Yeah, she on point.
She always keep us on our toes.
Yeah, I might not have Hootie
keeping
Who.
him on his toes, tippy toes.
I'm not gonna get in y'all beef.
It's not a beef.
I was gonna say something.
The only way it would be a beef is if
no burgers here.
His
shit.
if his what? If some of his comebacks were worth it, they're really not.
Okay.
It's amateur at best. I don't have Woody Woo, so I'm gonna hit y'all with this. Make them say, y'all. This is the all new afternoon drive. Here we go, y'all.
That say 7 minutes.
Yeah, but it stops here.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that would have been a long song.
Because that's a lot of gap space
That
right
would have
there.
been a long song.
She didn't send in the tea time either?
Oh, wow. I was expecting that.
I wasn't.
Damn.
I did see your letter.
You read that?
I did read it.
That's why I've been nice to him all day.
What, the letter?
The Dryve letter.
Because I knew I was going to get in his ass later on. No pun intended.
Oh! Whoa!
Watch your choice of words,
Pause
please.
break.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Pause break.
And I forgot all about it. I meant to post it yesterday, but I forgot.
I saw that. You said Monday be Mondaying.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
When I saw that, I said, oh, he's having a day.
Yeah.
So you've been here since what, 10?
No, I just got here around 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good. Like I really wasn't coming in. Like I haven't been feeling good since Thursday.
I hope we're not having another episode.
So Exodus corrected it. She said it's spelled Hootie Who with H's.
Hey, Peaches,
You
I'm
can
looking
read it.
straight ahead.
I keep forgetting that.
You gotta remember.
I have to remember
You have
that.
to turn around.
I
to
have
see
to.
it.
Yes.
Damn.
The only reason why I know it's there because I can see it in the thing behind me pop up. So that's my
Well,
bad.
you got new glasses, so
Oh,
you can see now.
now that you got new glasses,
Why you hating
can
on my
see.
new glasses?
So
Don't
you
worry
have
about
new
it.
glasses, G?
Yeah.
When'd you get them?
A week and a half ago.
Oh, so
Surprisingly
you
enough,
had them
he's
on
keeping clean.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's keeping them clean, surprisingly enough.
I mean, they're brand
That
new.
was funny. No problem, E.
Oh.
Nah, 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 nah. I don't know why I can't keep my glasses dirty, clean. I always picking them up by the fucking lenses.
I don't know
That's
why,
that's
man.
exactly
I
why.
don't know why.
And then the oils from your hands.
Right, and
probably
then I'm
seep-
always
Yep.
popping them up over my on my forehead when I need to read something.
Right.
Instead
Right.
of because I don't want to get the
So why don't
bifocals.
I was gonna say? So why don't you get progressives?
I don't want to get progressives. I don't. It's just more reason to make me feel old.
No, my nigga, your eyes.
Your
No.
eyes are old right now. That's what it is. Probably need a transplant.
Say what? What'd you say?
Something about an eye transplant.
Hey, can you do the LASIK and stuff like that?
My eyes aren't that bad. My eyesight really gets worse based on my blood sugar level.
Okay.
Certain days I don't need my glasses.
So what are you doing to control your blood sugar levels?
Insulin.
You should start drinking beet juice.
She is actually right about that, though.
Beet juice helps with heart and stuff too.
Yeah, it
Yes.
actually regulates your
But it regulates
Blood
your
pressure.
that and it regulates the enzymes in your pancreas. You know, I had to learn all this stuff after cancer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
drink
no,
some
my
beet juice.
blood sugar levels are pretty good since I've been doing my insulin on a regular basis. After I was able to afford it.
Yeah, I'm about to get Jardiance. So, because every now and again I get a spike or two.
Well, that's probably from drinking that juice over there.
Possibly. But it also is I don't I'm used to be like heavy into sugar.
I think we all were. Remember Kool-Aid?
I didn't
You remember
I don't-
Kool-Aid
I
like it's
don't
gone
drink
somewhere.
I'm not saying now. I was saying back then. You never drank Kool-Aid when you were
I didn't
young?
say I never drank Kool-Aid. I'm just saying I didn't drink a lot of it.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
All right, y'all. That was Master P. Shout out once again to Exodus Rising for our clue of the day.
Thank you, E.
All right, y'all. Let's hit y'all with a little of these females that was back in the day killing it. This
Ooh.
is Antoinette. I got an attitude. Afternoon drive, y'all.
We some Roxanne Shante in there.
Roxanne
Any
Shante,
reason why I
ain't heard
can't
that
hear
in a
this?
long time. That was actually when it really started coming out with rap and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Roxanne Shante.
Yeah.
That was,
And have a nice day.
I probably say I was, how old was I then? Roxanne Shante?
She's like what, 85, 86?
What y'all talking about?
So I probably
Roxanne
say-
Shante.
I probably was, just going into high school with Roxanne Shante and stuff like that.
Mm.
Was that Roughneck? The MC Light.
Cram to understand.
Okay.
Keto is the way to go. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I heard about keto.
Keto's not for everybody, but keto is good. from from the people that I see.
You tried it yet, G?
No, well, see, my issue is my type 2 isn't as bad as it gets. Like when I don't take care of it,
Mm,
it shoots up. And when I get sick or when I
mm,
get any type of infection, my blood sugar shoots up. But
mm.
normally it's like right on the ass, right on the cuffs
Okay.
of type 2. So like sometimes it's not even sometimes I can't even take insulin because my blood sugar's not high enough.
Okay.
Do you eat like 3 times a day or 2 times a day?
I eat once a day and I need to stop doing
That's the
that.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. I know.
But I thought about doing keto, but I like potatoes too much. I like starches
I was
and
gonna
shit.
say
Yeah. And
yeah,
I like
because you
pasta.
can't eat pasta. I was gonna say
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah.
love pasta.
There used to be this thing called the Lindor diet. It was mostly based on proteins. So you might want to look into that too.
Like I could live off just steaks and shit, but I would I can't even see myself eating a steak without having a potato with it.
That's the first
I
problem.
feel that. I
Yeah.
feel that.
That's my first problem.
Yeah, that's first problem.
That's no, you're my first problem.
Oh,
Really? Is that what we're doing now?
sound like first. Wow.
No, I remember you said something to me some time ago. I forgot what it was specifically, but you said something about, so my diet is what, pescatarian?
I'm a pescatarian.
And he eats
You're a
beef and stuff.
Presbyterian.
A pescatarian.
I was just go ahead.
Anyway, as I was saying, so you said that something about whereas what my eating habits, I'm sacrificing all the good foods and stuff like that. You're eating whatever you need to eat and stuff like that, but we basically gonna die at the same time. Some shit like that you said. I forgot what it was.
Obviously, you did. 'Cause I have no idea what you're talking about. You said it was me.
You said it to me. You sent me some kind of like post or something like that.
Okay.
See, that's where the dementia shit.
I mean, I'm not
He said
doubting
that's
you.
where the dementia shit comes
Yeah,
from.
I'm not doubting you. I could have been. I've been on so many different ideas in the past that I could have said just about anything.
Again, I said my piece. It is what it is.
I wasn't doubting your comment. I just don't remember it. Nigga, I remember what you said to me yesterday. I barely remember what you said to me earlier today.
You barely remember what I said to you 5 minutes ago.
Isn't that same as earlier today?
That's not earlier. Earlier is like way
Okay.
earlier.
All right.
What time is it now?
6:14.
What time is it? What's the time?
It's time to get ill. There's two. Wow. He said, what the hell?
All right, here to do this ladder in a minute.
Took you long enough.
Ah, boy.
Don't judge me.
I can't help.
I forgot all about the end of that. The girl that you was addicted to name was Crack.
Oh yeah.
You know, back in the day, the radio didn't come on that part.
Well, they used to censor it.
Yeah, they used
They
to
didn't
cut
wanna bring
that
it up,
part out.
right.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't ever remember that part.
So.
My daughter was just born when the song came out.
So when they were
It's
singing
the
"So," the baby popped out.
B-R-A-T.
What were you saying?
I did not say that.
That's how I rose with this.
That's a nice picture.
Ashford and Simpson.
Ain't too many.
They can hang with me.
Directed.
Like bother me. Control like damn it.
And then I pass it back. How many not
Okay. This ain't no honeymoon. I'm here to stay. Tagged it into. There it is. Hey, bestie.
Wake up.
Man, I get no sleep.
Time out.
Joey! Time out! Joey! You gotta love it.
All right, y'all. It is time for the timeout letter here on Big Time Radio Network on the afternoon drive. This is an interesting letter.
Very. I actually read it before this time.
Oh, you read it?
I have
I
not read it.
did. However, I still didn't have any type of advice.
Really?
But I do now. But yeah, it's good. I can't wait to hear what everybody else has to say first.
All right, so let's go. All right, and once again, I do want to apologize to everybody about this, about me getting the letter out late. I completely thought I put it out yesterday, and I forgot. So here we go. All right, here we go. Dear Dryve crew, I am a 27-year-old guy who needs your vibe check on something that's been weighing on me. I'm gay. I've been pretty open about it, or so I thought. I'm not out here waving the flag, but I've never hidden who I am. I figured my friends and family already knew, especially since I've dropped enough hints over the years. And well, I don't exactly scream ladies man. But lately I've been wondering if I need to quote unquote come out officially or just keep living my life and let people catch up. Here's the deal. I've never brought a boyfriend home to meet my family, mostly because I haven't been serious enough with anyone to make that step. Out of respect, I keep that part of my life low key around my folks, but I'm not hiding. My friends seem to get it. No one is shocked when I mention a date with the guy, but recently some of my older family members, like my aunts and uncles, keep asking me when am I going to find a wife and settle down. It's throwing me off. I'm like, huh? I thought it was obvious I'm not into that. Are they joking? Are they clueless because they're older, or do they think it's just a phase? It got me second guessing. I've been cool living my truth without making a big announcement, but these comments make me wonder if I need to sit everyone down and spell it out. Part of me feels like, why should I have to? I'm not ashamed, but I also don't want to make a whole production out of it. It's not necessary. At the same time, I do not want my family thinking I'm dodging their question or living a lie. Dear crew, what is your take? Should I make it official and have the quote unquote talk with my family to clear the air? Or should I just keep doing me and let the relatives who haven't caught on figure it out eventually? How do I handle these awkward wife and kids comment without making it a thing? Signed, just living but confused. All right, so here's my take on this. And when I read this, I think it was last weekend when I got this. I the way I looked at it was this way. Um, where is it written? See, I never thought it was. I don't understand the importance of quote unquote coming out. I am a completely heterosexual man. I I
with a straight
never
face, right?
I never felt the need to come out and say I am a complete heterosexual man. So if I don't have to come out with my heterosexuality, and I keep saying it multiple times so y'all would understand what I'm trying to say. If I don't have to come out, why should the next person? Why does it matter to me what Mr. Charlie does when he's not here?
Nice
Why does it
comeback, nice
matter
comeback.
to anybody else what you do when you're not around? I never understood the whole even before. Like I'll be honest with you, I haven't always been an ally. I never was a hater, but I haven't always been the ally, but I always respected somebody's right to love who they want to love. Now I feel like I'm an ally because I have so many friends that, just based on the industry I'm in, I have so many friends that, teeter in that in
Are
different
in the community.
lifestyles.
And not
Right.
Mr. Charlie.
Yeah, not Mr. Charlie. Okay. You think they believe
Wow,
that?
disclaimer.
They
Did
gotta
you-
believe it.
I didn't believe it, but anyway.
You heard me say wow, disclaimer.
Yeah, but I don't think it's necessary. You don't have to say you're straight, so why should you have to say you're gay?
Right.
It's just I never understood that. So my thing is this, brother, live your life.
Yeah.
If your uncles and aunts are asking, one, they could be being funny. And literally trying to be funny, not trying to be disrespectful. They could be just trying to be funny. And two, they might not know. And it's not, it's not their job to know. It's not your job to educate them on your sexual preference. So live your life, brother. All right, y'all
All right.
go.
So you want to go first?
Not good.
All right. So
You know you like pulling up the rear.
Hey.
that was actually pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you credit.
Thank you.
Not on this case, but anyway.
Yeah.
So my brother, let me tell you something. Okay, if your family, you already have an inkling that your family already know what you are, who you might be dealing with, or whatever the case may be. If they feel this, that, whatever, fine, so be it. It's really none of their business.
There you go.
You be happy doing whatever you need to do and everything. I am neither a fan nor not a fan of the LGABCDEFG or whatever the case may be. I have respect. I have respect for everybody, whatever your sexuality is or whatever you want to get yourself into or who you want to be with. It's all about love. If you love that person and everything, fuck everybody else and everything. Do what you got to do and stuff like that. Be who you want to be, regardless of what your family may think or otherwise. Again, you said yourself, your family already have an idea. Why do you need to confirm it? Why do you need to come out the closet? Why do you need to do that just to satisfy their egos? Just to have confirmation. Confirmation of what? The only confirmation that's needed is your own confirmation that you are happy with somebody, that person's happy with you, and that's all you need, brother.
Yep. I was basically going to say how another person feel about you and what another person think about you is technically, it's none of your business. They're going to think what they think regardless. They're going to say what they say regardless. It's your life to live. Just go by the 3 F's. If they're not feeding you, fucking you, or financing you, their opinions don't matter.
I agree with that. I agree with that completely. Don't even worry about them. Do your thing and just
do
be
you.
happy.
Live your
It's
life.
all about being happy.
Yeah.
And if you're happy with that person or whatever, who cares what your family thinks or whatever? They're eventually going to find out. Yeah, so be, or they may already know.
Well,
I'm sure
not
they
even-
already know.
But why do you need to
That
confirm
too,
it?
but not even that. But some of us may still have family members that were back, who still have this, thing in their brain that it's only going to be one way and it's got to be one way, and they can't see past how they grew up. So,
Right.
that just be what it be sometimes. If a person can't get past their upbringing, then the people around them won't be able to get past it either.
Now, if you're nervous about bringing your boyfriend or whoever you're dealing with over to the household, then is it really necessary that you need to?
Exactly.
I mean, everybody wants acceptance from the family of whoever you're with. I get that. I understand that. But honestly, it's about you. It's not about them. And you shouldn't feel slighted or anything about whether or not you want to bring somebody over there or not. Just they already know what's going on, and be confident in what you want. Be confident in what you want to, how you want to live your life, and they have to accept it or not accept it. But why worry about it?
I mean, I'm a firm believer that you are a product of your family,
Yes.
whether you want to admit it or not.
Right.
And every family has a few old thinking people in their family, and that's okay. Like just like every family has one or two races sprinkled in there. Every family has one or two homophobics sprinkled in there, and it's that's just family.
Right.
I think the more the years move on, the less and less that'll be the situation. I mean, unless Trump gets another year, but it's that's basically how it is. I don't think you have to justify yourself to anybody. No one has to live with your decisions other than you. A lot of people are gone now because and they lived their life for other people.
Fully, yeah.
They lived their life to try to please their uncles and their aunts and their moms and their dads and not living their full life. And they were unable to enjoy their life. And now their life is over. So, and what for? You're not living your life for them. You're living your life for you. So enjoy your life, enjoy who you are, and enjoy and just love who you want to love. I've asked myself numerous times. I know this is going to open the door for Mr. Charlie's smart ass jokes, but I've asked myself not numerous times because I don't sit back home and think about this. Maybe I should rethink this question I'm about to say.
No, please, let it go.
Wait, you're rethinking your statements?
I've wondered that and like I said, I'm going to state clearly I'm very heterosexual. I'm very strongly heterosexual.
You sure?
But I'm positive. I wonder, just because I wonder, is my family? Do I come from a family that would not have accepted me? And I can say 100% that I feel that if I had that inclination, and if I had that in me, I wouldn't have had a problem coming out to my family, because my family, I think my family would have loved me regardless. And I think that's a gift that I wish every person had. That they weren't not afraid to say that, to live their truth. Mm-hmm. Like I have family members that have come out at like strange moments in their lives, but we kind of all knew prior to it. Right. So I don't understand why you have the need to just say, oh, by the way, I mean, because everybody knew it.
Oh, by the way, I'm gay.
Yeah, everybody.
Who cares?
Was that? Oh, my bad. I thought she was coming out. I thought
shit,
she was coming.
My bad. Mess,
shit.
Here's a bad thing about it. I let you slide on a couple things you just said a while ago, and I say one thing, and you go ahead and you take it to the stadium with that.
I honestly thought
you were talking about inside and all the rest of it.
I honestly thought you was taking this opportunity to tell the world.
Because you was like at strange moments.
Yeah.
Wow.
I honestly, my bad. I thought you sounded like you were proclaiming something. My bad.
Remember that I let you slide.
Oh, okay. All right. I just asked. It was a misunderstanding.
Mr. Charlie.
It was a misunderstanding. I thought you were saying something.
Are you now proclaiming that you're 100% heterosexual as well?
I don't have to prove myself. Only one person in here is doing that.
Somebody will get mad.
Is doing that here.
Okay.
Usually when someone complains or put it out there so much, usually they try to convince themselves.
No. I did that.
I don't have to convince myself. I know what
I had did that because I knew who I was sitting across from, and I knew that you were going to make a joke.
And I went
like
and let
anybody. Let me just say this: anybody that knows myself and Mr. Charlie know. We have a 20-year-long running back and forth joke. And this is not to disrespect anybody in any community.
We respect everybody.
This is just us.
It's just us.
This is just how we've been from almost day one.
And it's not right. We understand that. Yeah. But it's just how we do.
But we accept it. But we usually,
tasteful.
It's
it's never tasteful.
It's never tasteful. It's sometimes.
So how's it taste?
It's sometimes just like that. Sometimes it is just blatantly just disrespectful.
Yes, exactly.
But
you got an example.
But we know we know each other limits. We know not to, I'm not going. We not gonna go overboard, but we will. We have a habit of making jokes in front of we we agreed that we weren't going to do it that much on air,
right?
But I'll admit, at some point down the line, we kind of forgot that, and we make jokes, and that's one of the reasons why I'm saying this now. Nine times out of 10, it's a joke. Sometimes I'm waiting on him to come out, but mostly 9 times out of 10, it's a joke. So that's why I thought that last statement was like, "Fuck it, I give up. I'm gonna proclaim. I'm gonna tell the world who I am right now."
Today.
So I thought today was gonna be the day.
Today was the day,
but obviously it's not. So he go sneak back in that closet.
Now, mind you, this is coming from a guy who wears bamboo earrings.
I never was.
Who has what you call it?
See, if you'd have went with the hoop earrings, that'd have been funny because there's proof of me wearing hoop
bamboo
earrings.
hoop, whatever you want to call it. They're all the same to me and everything. It is what it is. So you got the bamboo earrings. You got the big lips. And we're not going to get into when sometimes when you have your hands, you're moving your hands are kind of arched to a certain degree.
No, we're not gonna do that on air.
Exactly. That's why
we're not gonna do that on air.
There was so much stuff on that. That's
because you are famous for turning up a straw in a restaurant. So we know we're not doing that. No, we know that.
No, in his defense, I gotta give him that one.
We know that.
I gotta give him that one.
We know that you have a hand. We sitting in the restaurant and you making love to a goddamn Pepsi. You know that. So let's not do that.
That's good one. I'm
gonna give you that. So we gonna stop.
He said we not.
You shut me down with that one. You shut me down with that. We good.
We gonna stop.
That is non-arable conversation.
But anyway, my whole point of this is that even, and I'm not saying he is because I honestly don't know, but even if he was, I still would make these jokes because my whole thing is
that's y'all's friendship.
That's our friendship.
That's how we do things.
Yeah, that's how we do things. And there's no disrespect to anybody. I have no problem. What'd you just say?
He said in private.
Oh, no, we don't.
Is it private or not a private? It's only recently we started doing it on the air.
Oh,
nigga, this is not sounding good. Stop. This is not sounding good. I need you to stop. The more you talk, the worse it gets.
Y'all, if y'all are just tuning in, y'all
the
are
more
listening
you
to
talk, the worse it gets.
Drive with deep, intense conversations.
It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
We're going deep. With
but
Mr.
no, we're not. But it's funny because, like I said, I have a few gay friends, and I make gay jokes to them, and they're okay with it because they know that I'm a jokester, and if I took the time to make a joke, let's say I'll joke with Mr. Charlie, and then I won't joke with them. They're like, it's like why do you feel that we're not up to the level to take a joke?
Right.
So you have to, you have to respect everybody, and I do that. I respect everyone, and we make jokes all the time. Like I said, I am pretty much almost sure that
licking his lips.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Now hold on.
I mean, it's just
okay, and that's I have big lips, and I can't help that. But here's the thing: I don't get. No one pays as much attention to my lips as you. How many times? Let's right off the bat. How many times today alone have you mentioned the size of my lips?
And how many times you looked at me dead in my eye?
I can't even see you.
I can't see
your eyes. You got them shades on. Exactly. But let's be honest here. How many times today have you literally mentioned my lips?
Probably twice.
At least probably 4 or 5.
But I don't care, so it doesn't matter. I'm secure in my manhood. Are you
Are you secure?
You feel some kind of way?
No, I'm wondering about your security. Are you secure? Let me stop before this gets before this becomes a coming out session for you, and I don't want to do that because that's I don't want to invade your privacy. So now
it's privacy.
You heard me say too late.
Yeah, I don't want to invade your privacy. So I'm gonna go ahead and.
All right, move on.
Oh, I thought you was all right. You was gonna tell. I got nervous, man.
I'm gonna
I don't
come
know
out when
how
you
I'm gonna
come
be. I don't know how I'm gonna be that day you say that, because I'm gonna be like, because I've we've shared rooms before. So,
Oh,
Really?
oh.
Really?
And now it gets intimate.
you know,
Now the truth is coming out.
we ain't never shared a bed, but we shared rooms.
Okay. What did Jason say up there? What did Jason ask you?
I'm just he's like, why are you? I don't know who he was talking to when Jason said that. What's up, Jason? Yeah, I don't.
Oh man.
Oh my!
No. I'm
The longer I hang out with you two, the more I get to learn y'all.
let
Beautiful
me
for
tell you something, and I've said this story. I think I've said this story on air. I don't know if I have. One time, me and Mr. Charlie, we went out of town, and I think this was the first time I ever went out of town with him.
Yeah, I was nervous.
You know what? Here's the funny thing. This story is gonna make it sound like you brought it in there. I probably shouldn't tell it. So we were in the hotel room, right? And it was getting time to go to bed. And I was in my bed, and he was in his. Well, he wasn't in his bed yet. I will never forget this. This man jumps in the bed, and it looked
my bed, not yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
He jumps in his bed alone. He's the only one in there, and like rough wrap just turns into a fucking cocoon and wraps the sheet around him. And just, I was like, how the fuck did you do that?
And I was out.
Yeah, you were.
And it was sleep instantly.
Sleep instantly.
Yeah, he
Wow.
Let me stop.
Now, of course, I was a little worried because he is in the other bed, and I was turned the other direction.
Oh, so your ass was in the air.
I was a little concerned.
His ass is always in there. His ass is always in there. Don't let him.
So you
don't.
sleep with your ass in there. Okay.
Well, it was in his direction.
It was.
And that's so much better.
It's not. That's why I was in a cocoon.
Yeah, he was literally in the cocoon.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but like I said, if and when he ever does
You'll
free.
be there to support him.
I'm gonna be there supporting him because I'm his friend, and I've known it for years, but I'm his friend, and I've been waiting for it, like And we all told I told the story. The first sentence he ever said to me the day we met.
Oh yeah.
Was a question he asked us: if you were in jail, would you be the giver or the receiver?
Yep.
Not hey, my name is my name, or hey this. That was the first question you had. Why would you come into a room of people and ask somebody that? So ever since then, it's been that's where the running joke has started. Like honestly,
that's how it got started.
That's how it got started.
A giver or a receiver.
If you had to be.
If you were in jail, if you were sent to jail, and you had to make a choice.
This was his nigga's icebreaker.
That was the icebreaker. Right?
Yeah.
If you had to make a choice, you in jail, which one would you rather be? Would you rather be the giver or the receiver? Because you have no other choice. You got to. It's gay all the way through. Giver or receiver? Which one would you be?
So why would you?
Givers.
Why? No, I don't. We never answered it. Ain't nobody answered it.
He didn't want to answer it.
Because how do you answer that?
Yeah,
question?
you don't answer that.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah,
you got to think about that.
And it was me and a female beside me. So obviously he was talking to me. So ain't nobody. I never answered it. He like, no, you got to answer it. I'm like, neither. No, it got to be one or the other. I'm like, you're not going to force sodomy on me, brother. It's neither one.
That's a crime.
Yeah, I'm already in jail. You're not going. Yeah, so. Yeah. But no, that was like my introduction to Mr. Charlie. So ever since then, we always have these little, like jokes. And some days, some jokes are better than others. Some days, yeah,
Sir, seriously?
Yeah.
Both of y'all stop talking like what? Dry spells? What?
Yeah. I heard that, and I was gonna say something about the dry spell, but I chose not to. I chose not to.
Wow.
This is
the all new
Avenue Drive, y'all.
Wow. This is a great show. Oh, I knew that was coming.
What's that?
Oh, you'll see.
Damn. Okay. It's not there. Oh. Really? Really? Ooh. That's gonna hurt.
Wow. Well then.
Why do I feel like I don't remember this song? Oh yeah, yeah. I remember. Okay. Ow. 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 Really?
All right, I wasn't going to stop the song. The lyric says, "All the ladies in the place,
It does.
with style and grace, say ow,"
And he said, ow.
and he said ow.
He did.
So since he said ow, I think it's only fitting that we go to this one, y'all.
Ow.
Oh my God. Can't make this shit up.
What'd I miss? Oh, yeah, that comes right on time, right? I got
I
you.
should have did it first.
I got you. I'm listening.
Ain't nobody fucking. But you don't come close.
After
You
my
still
little
got
after my little icebreaker, you're not gonna throw that in there.
mm,
That's impressive.
with no Vaseline.
This is about Old Boy and Ruthless Records, right?
It's about all NWA.
Well, yeah.
NWA.
Yeah, let's take a little bank.
Ears is ringing.
Hmm?
My ears are ringing.
What that mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's the wife tale or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean?
Ancestors.
Somebody
the
about to come
ancestors?
out the closet.
No, the right ear, somebody talking about you. The left ear, the ancestors is supposed to be
One is both
reaching out
ears.
to you.
Tinkerbell is sitting beside you.
That wasn't bad.
That was
wasn't
good.
bad.
That was a good one.
I'm gonna give you credit on that one. I would go and turn the bells on and stuff, but it's all good.
I didn't get that.
Just like you rang the bells for me, I'll ring the bells for you.
Mm.
You're gonna ring my bell, ring my bell, ding dong ding.
That's a good song.
I know it.
I never eat dinner with
Had
the
the LP.
president. I never had dinner with
Well,
the
my mother
president.
Nigga, when you gonna come out? It's about time you just let go, man. I respect you either way.
I'm holding a therapy session here, y'all.
For years and years, you've been in denial, but it's okay though. I'll still be a friend either way, man. Just understand that. Don't ever forget that. I got you. I got your back.
He's like, no response.
I'm not gonna respond
We know.
because I can see it getting real ugly if I did. So
I mean, we got 15 minutes, like.
nah, I'm not gonna respond. Not gonna respond. I'm just gonna finish up this show, and I'm gonna go home to my wife. You can go home to your husband, and you gonna go
Home.
home.
It's borderline, but I'll give you that. Especially considering there's no one in my house. But it's all
Yeah,
good.
exactly. That is my point. What's a piece of galore?
What's this song? 84?
Hmm?
This song came out like, 83, 84?
84.
That's not bad. Okay.
Is it
See, I like
Nancy?
music.
Try to think. 84.
Crush Crew came out in 83, 82.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it came out right after Crush Crew.
84.
You wonder how old you were?
No,
2
I'm
years
trying to
older.
think.
2
I'm
years
trying-
older than you were in 82.
Right, literally.
I know, right? 'Cause my math is all messed up. When did Disorderly Orderlies come out?
Disorderlies came out probably like 86.
86.
Was it
Yeah,
86?
86, 87. I don't know. That's a good question.
That's Fat Boys, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 85, 86.
Stupid ass movie. Rock you and you.
Nothing's changed.
Hmm. Brother Rob, 1990. Funky Rob with a funky style. With the funky style. Funky Rob with a funky style. Tune, Maverick on the moon. Big cat, spoon. Papa out. Black to flow. Like an Eskimo from a mistletoe. Very nice. Tail. God, what a great big wave. Fuck girl, you love skate. Tail, on a tail. Sail. Hit him. Wanna get with him.
Ain't nothing like a New Jack Swing, right?
Yep. But not swinging anything. Funky around with a funky style. Funky around with a funky style. Funky around with a funky style. I got a funky around with a funky style. Got it. One too late. On a block. My man, I take look harder than a rock. Big bet. So I left. There's a girl named Anna Zed. Anna Zed. Teacher's pet. This set. Don't you fret. Quiet as kept. Box heads. All that. Yeah, his bees get fat. Begonia. Ammonia. Ammonia. I'm down YouTube. It's Seconia. Actually, this might be 1991. This might be.
This is my first ever CD. So
this is one of my first CDs too.
Yeah.
Because this is the time when they start transferring from. I'm not gonna say transferring, but from tape.
From tape to CD.
CDs. This is one of the songs that came out like that.
91.
91. Yeah. Okay. I know it was 90 or 91.
September 91.
September 91.
Because I had this CD, I had Miss Trouble CD, I had Chub Rock CD.
The first CD I ever had was when Craig Mack did his demo release of Flavor in Your Ear.
Okay.
That was the first tape and CD when he did his demo that I bought on my own. You know what I mean? Yeah.
All right, y'all. That was Nice and Smooth. We're sitting there talking about our first CDs. This was my first ever CD. This was the first CD I ever purchased. This was the Nice and Smooth. Like when I bought a CD player, this was the first one I got. So
I never bought a CD player. It just came with my car.
Yeah, no, I had
Okay.
I had a CD player.
I did. I had a CD
Yeah,
player.
it took me years to get a CD player in my car. Like I was happy when I got that cassette deck.
Well, let me rephrase that. In the cars back then, they had a tape. It was tape.
that
And
you
you
can
use-
put
you
the
plug
tape
it to
in.
a CD
Yeah,
player,
yeah.
which you'll run the CDs in there. And I eventually did that.
Right. Yeah.
It took me a while to get that. Yeah. No, I
The
was
CD
happy with my
Walkman.
cassette.
CD Walkman.
Yeah, we had to hook up with your walk. Okay, all right. All right, y'all. This has been the afternoon drive. I want to thank y'all for tuning in with us today. Miss Peaches, let everybody know how to get in touch with you.
Yeah, everybody, you can reach me on Insta at Miss Peaches220. That's MZPCHZ220.
All right. Mr. Charlie.
This is your Jedi, your Oracle, your Sentry, your Bounty Hunter, your DJ with the most, Mr. Charlie. Sentinel AF on Friday nights, your fix of dancehall and soca. You can catch me on Instagram, Charlie the Sentinel, or on Facebook, Mr. Charlie, Mr.Charlie.
You gonna give me your Tinder page?
Oh, shit. We handing out tenders?
OnlyFans.
Oh, we're handing out OnlyFans?
Catch Sentinel AF on Friday, 7 p.m.
Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Immediately after this, we got Born Hustlers Radio. Y'all have a good day. This has been a very interesting show.
Very
Before we get out one more time, is today gonna be the day? You go announce it?
Is today going to be the day
Yeah.
that you're actually going to be?
Too late. You put too much into that and invested completely.
You got
out.
it. You
Yeah.
got it. You
Yeah.
got it. You got
I
it.
just
Alright,
knew
y'all.
Riley was coming out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to disappoint her.
Whatever. It is what it is.
All right, y'all. Here we go. Y'all have a good one.
Safe drive.
Bye.